You ever wake up with a sore throat, feeling a little off, and you know you're getting sick? Well, getting sick and going on the IL isn't an option, especially for me when I'm traveling for work. You can try to see a doctor, well, good luck there, or go sit for hours in an urgent care. Nope. That's why you need a medical emergency kit. This isn't some cheap first aid kit, okay? Your medical emergency kit comes packed with doctor-prescribed meds. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right there in your home. If you're coming down with the flu, bam, here's your Z-Pack. You've got gastrointestinal issues, here's your Bactrim. From Z-Pack to ivermectin, amoxicillin, and doxycycline to treat strep, pneumonia, sinus infections, UTIs, COVID, and more. It's all right there in your kit. Just match your symptoms to the guide or talk with their telehealth doc. No doctor waiting rooms, no pharmacy lines. Order online in minutes and get $50 off with code SPORTS at urgentcarekit.com/sports. Get yours now at urgentcarekit.com/sports, promo code SPORTS.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
Losing three players to that spot in the order. That ball's hit well into deep left center field. And this is going to fly out of here. JT Realmuto had his first home run of this division series. He's made it 4-1 Phillies.
The Sedano and Kap morning show is on the air.
The 3-run fourth. And now Schwarber, a high towering fly ball. That one is deep. Hernandez will watch it fly. It's another bomb. Kyle Schwarber has done it again. And the Phillies have busted it wide open here in the eighth. Second homer of the game for Schwarber. 8-1 Philadelphia.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
A little sabor?
Give me a freaking break.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the widow on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
You want to lay in bed together and watch the show?
Hi, it's Troy Santiago, the Spanish voice of your Los Angeles Rams. And it's a Torta Thursday, right here on the Sedano and Kap morning show on ESPN LA.
Hey, good morning. What's up, LA?
What's up, LA? Yeah.
What's up, LA?
Hey.
Torta Thursday.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap morning show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right now.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit boy.
It's a Torta Thursday with Sedano and Kap.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do it today.
Yeah.
That was funny.
702.
7:02 and 25 seconds on a Thursday. Good morning. Sedano and Kap morning show on a Torta Thursday and a complete Kershaw meltdown Thursday.
Oh.
We'd like to thank Clayton Kershaw for participating in this postseason. Pick up your commemorative "You Did It Again" scumbag t-shirt at the door. Oh, it's beautiful.
I don't have to add the scumbag.
You hack. You playoff hack. And the best part, that Bergman and Mason had to sit in the stadium and watch it happen. Oh!
Is that going to be on the new episode of Mason Plus?
Wow.
The first episode, the inaugural
Just
episode.
coming out firing, dude.
Of Mason Plus.
And I'm gonna do what Mason Ireland do. I'm gonna fire it all in the first segment. I might have nothing left. I'm gonna unload in the first segment.
Torta Thursday, man. That's what happens.
I might fall asleep in the third hour.
Oh, my God.
Torta Thursday.
And thank you to Troy Santiago.
Yeah, Troy.
Bergman awfully quiet a minute and a half in.
I'm letting you just wear yourself out.
Oh, there you go, Bergman. Good job.
Keep going.
Good job. Excellent retort on a Torta Thursday.
I actually think it's a good idea to let Chris
do his thing.
Oh, just punch himself out.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Just
mean,
let him do
he
his
almost
thing.
died, so he's not going to have the same kind of energy.
By the way, who were the ladies last year? Los Milagros, what were they?
Las Mil Amores.
They would have known not to send Clayton Kershaw out there for another inning.
Oh, really? Those
Yeah.
tortas.
Yeah.
See. Oh, my God. So, Bergie, I'm curious.
Is he done?
No, I don't think he's done.
Kidding?
But I'm just curious. I just want to hear your thought on this. You ready?
Yeah.
Usually you represent, for me, the Dodger fan base. You have a confidence, an arrogance, an expectation of excellence.
Damn right.
You represent the Dodger fan base. It seemed like last night after the game as if the sky had fallen and everybody thought, well, that's it, we're screwed. Did people not expect the Phillies bats to at some point wake up?
I would agree. I would agree that you can't expect a team as good as Philadelphia to not win a game in the series. And, the reality is that baseball and hockey particularly in the playoffs, home field means the least in those sports, like historically. Basically, the road team wins nearly half the time, or close to it. It just is what it is. And look, would I have sent Clayton Kershaw out there for a second inning after he just barely got through that one inning? No. I mean, obviously, I even texted. I'm like, I think they're going to the well here too often, and it completely, just.
Yeah, it imploded.
Became an unmitigated disaster, right?
Yes!
It imploded all over him.
Unmitigated disaster. We haven't heard that one in a while. How beautiful.
You know what, though? But listen, baseball is kind of easy to figure out, right? Like, when you look at what happened last night, the top of the Phillies order, where they've got all these multi-gazillion-dollar bats, those guys all came up. They came through. You look at the Dodgers, and you look at the top of the order, other than Mookie Betts, those bats did not come through, and then it's real easy to figure out. The Yamamoto leaves, and he's down 3-1.
I mean, he wasn't good either, let's be honest.
And Kershaw, obviously, we know the blow-up of the eighth inning. And then on top of it, if you just want to add to it all, then you can add in Max Muncy, who, 2 days ago, I was telling you, wow, what an incredible play on that wheel play.
Yeah.
And yet last night he can't make what looks like essentially a routine, grounder.
Yeah.
Which, maybe it wasn't exactly routine, but we expect Max Muncy to make a play like that. So,
you expect a guy who's playing third base to make that play,
right.
Yes.
So Bergie, I'll just ask you, why did it seem like the whole world thought the sky was falling? It's 2-1, and you come right back today.
Yeah, because that's just how baseball works. It happened last year in the World Series. You lost one game, and everyone's like, oh, my God, Aaron Judge has figured himself out. We're going to lose everything. It's all over, and it didn't happen. Like you guys are saying, you're not going to beat the Phillies 3 games in a row, and you're not going to beat the Dodgers 3 games in a row.
Everybody picked the Dodgers last night. No. I heard you picked them. I heard Mason picked them.
I picked the Dodgers in 4. I picked the Dodgers in 4 from the beginning.
It's so revisionist, and that's fine.
It's absolutely not revisionist. In zero sense is it revisionist.
If it goes to the 8th inning, and if it goes to the top of the 8th, everybody thought the Dodgers bats were going to come alive.
I was hoping they would.
Yeah, everybody thought that.
They hadn't been alive the entire time.
So
with this whole Kershaw thing. Can you just say
that Clayton Kershaw choked again?
Clayton Kershaw was
sure
bad in that inning.
There was no comeback possible.
All right, are you done?
Is there no comeback?
Did you just bring me on my show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Because it's revisionist. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It has nothing to do with it being fine. No one's saying it's fine. It's saying that you're not beating the Phillies, who was one of the best teams, if not the top 3 best teams in all of baseball this year. You don't beat those teams 3 times in a row.
Do we need to find the audio of yesterday when everybody said, oh, no, it's over tonight?
I felt good about Yamamoto on the mound. Yes, it was. Did not pick it.
It was all throughout the day. Mason, Travis, Bergie, everybody. I feel good about tonight.
Actually,
feel good about tonight.
Me, Travis, and DeMarco during first pitch, we're all saying, look, you're not going to beat the Phillies all 3 times in a row. This is not over. They're a professional baseball team.
What happened during crosstalk then?
I didn't hear crosstalk.
No. Okay.
Did you hear it?
Yes.
And what happened?
Everybody was very confident. Oh, it may not be, but we feel good about the Dodgers tonight.
Well, yeah, because Yamamoto's on your mound. He's your best pitcher.
And then why'd you put in Kershaw for the second inning?
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. And look.
Be honest, George.
I love Steve Mason.
But
I'm a big fan of the upcoming Project Mason Plus.
But I'm hearing a but.
But he never picks against the home team. Like he never picks against them. Never. I don't think he's ever picked against an LA team in any situation ever in a single game.
Bergman, another important question.
Yeah.
Will Clayton Kershaw ever appear again in a Dodgers game?
I don't know. It really will depend.
What do you think should happen?
So he's not going to pitch again in this Phillies series.
Do you ever want
Even
to
if
see
it goes
him again come out?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If it's against the Brewers, it's a totally different situation, and probably only for one inning. Now, the other part of that is, though, who else are you going to throw in the 8th inning? Alex Vesia is the only one that I even think about, and he hasn't been great.
Right.
You know, if I was running a baseball team,
Bonda,
maybe I'd think
Bonda
about
pitched
that.
well.
Bonda did pitch well. Alex Vesia, you're holding him in that situation. You're hoping Kershaw can get to the top of the order. Vesia comes in as a lefty against the Schwarber and Harper. There's nobody else in that bullpen that you're like, oh, yeah, I feel really good about that guy in the 8th inning.
Maybe if I was a brilliant baseball mind like Andrew Friedman and Dave Roberts proclaim themselves to be, I would think about that.
Did they say that? I haven't heard them say that. Is that in a
not
quote?
run
Well, they may not have said it, but everybody else has kissed their asses. That's for sure.
Everybody. Steve Mason does a kiss fest every day to Andrew Friedman and Dave Roberts. John Ireland. Chris, tell me this. How do you even understand? I don't understand how you continue to give Dave Roberts all time. He's the greatest manager ever. Well, that was great last night. That was incredible. That was incredible managerial skills.
Yeah.
What are you going to say today when they win and they wind up wrapping this thing up? I mean,
guess what? The bullpen's going to blow it again against the Brewers or in the World Series.
The offense is the ones who choked, right? They didn't hit it all after. I mean, they were still down when Kershaw came in.
You're right, they were. But
Shohei's
everybody
like 17 with 7 strikeouts.
Everybody thought the bats could come alive and pull out the game. But then when it became 8-1, that
Ranger
was
Suarez is also really good too. Like Chris, I understand, and this isn't even a bit for you because for people that think you're like ramping this up for radio, no, you really do
despise Clayton Kershaw and Dave Roberts.
Hate. I mean, despise is not strong enough.
Despise is worse,
hate seems,
right?
Hate
you
seems
really
like
do
the right
feel this
word.
way. Like you usually turn it up a notch or two for the air, but this is real. Like I'm gonna tell people that this is real.
So let me tell you a quick story. I was stuck on a train for 3.5 hours yesterday because it hit somebody.
Yeah. The train hit somebody.
R.I.P.
Not you.
Not me. And this is the second time this has happened to me in a year. So my whole day ran behind. I left here early after I listened to Crosstalk, Berkey, to get on a train. And then because I had some stuff, because it's a very special birthday today in my life, which we'll get to. Not my personal birthday, but we'll get to that later. But I ended up at Michael's buying balloons at 8:45 at night because I didn't get off the train until like 8 p.m.
Jesus.
And at first, I saw that the Kershaw had gone through the first inning. I was like, okay, great. I guess everybody's going to win, and Kershaw's going to pitch amazing, and they're going to all come at me tomorrow morning. And then I got a text from producer Emily because I wasn't following. And it was an emoji. And I looked at the game cast, and I went, oh, my God. And I got down on my knees inside the Michaels in orange, and I said, thank you, Jesus, for this.
Wow.
What great content for this. Yeah. The choke job of choke jobs yet again by Clayton Kershaw. It's so amazing and wonderful.
Yeah, you love it, don't you?
Oh, I absolutely adore it.
I just couldn't believe
it's even
Mookie
a
Betts.
better. It's a cherry on top that Bergman and Mason were in the building and had to watch it. Oh,
it was rough. It was a
so
rough
good.
watch.
Bergie, you didn't take off early like everybody else did?
No, we stayed to the end.
Once said that.
Well, at that point, you might as well stay.
Yeah, you stay because everyone's gone already.
Yeah,
So
everyone's leaving. You might as well wait out the traffic at that point.
And then Sexy Jexy in our group chat, obviously intoxicated. Just texting amazing stuff nonstop was incredible.
I told you that kid's a weirdo, man. Seriously.
Jeez, it was so much.
That guy is just not, dude, you got to be careful with what he's texting. And then Parker called him out immediately. He's like, yo, how many IPAs in are you right now, bro? Seriously.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, God, I'm trying to watch this game. Jex, like, stop. Too many texts.
Yeah.
Too many texts.
And by the way, just real quick, since we're on this whole notion of text messages, Lindsay, we're going to have to do something about your sleep patterns.
No, we're not because it's working.
No, but Lindsay.
No, let her sleep whenever she wants to sleep.
Lindsay, if you're going to
go to bed at like 6:30, 7 p.m., and then I wake up around 2 o'clock.
Okay, that's fine.
That works for me.
If that's your choice, if you want to go to bed at 6 o'clock.
You don't want me texting. Well, most people, their phones are on silent when they sleep,
I know,
right?
But a 2:30 a.m. text is not something.
Okay, I'll start scheduling the texts then.
I mean, but what are you hoping to get out of that?
Nothing.
Do
I
you
just
want
didn't
us to wake
forget
up?
to respond.
Oh,
That's all.
But why don't you put Do Not Disturb on?
Yeah.
This is actually a good conversation.
That's what I do. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb when I go to sleep, and then I see all the
there's
texts
actually
when
like
I wake
a
up.
sleep.
Yeah.
There's actually like a sleep mode
That's
too.
why.
Like I
said,
Jesus.
my text was actually, man, I wish I was awake
Second
to see
Jesus
all of these
reference
text
today.
messages live.
This is a good text or a good conversation. We don't have to do it now, but Do you want somebody? So when I saw Lindsay's text this morning, I replied because I knew she was up, but I also knew, like, just for purposes of her letting know I saw it, it was show content stuff in our. We have a separate thread for the four of us, for the production team, if you will. Hey, but do you like if somebody responds when they wake up, or do you want them to wait until they know you're awake?
See, we had this conversation, I feel like, last year when Cappy sent, like, a 5 a.m. text.
Right.
And we all decided, like, yeah, just text when you want, because if you didn't want to be bothered, you'd put your phone on Do Not Disturb, right, George? Because, George has got his crazy schedule where sometimes he's on the other side of the country.
Listen, dude, I wake up and I see the text, and then that's it. Like, that's it. Like, I put my phone, I set an alarm every day, and when I'm ready to go to bed, I slide my phone at the top right-hand corner, Cappy.
Yeah, let me try this.
If you go to the top right-hand corner of your iPhone, and then you slide down with your thumb.
Slide it,
He doesn't even know how to do that.
By the way, you can also set up the people in your emergency list, which should be your family. In my case, it's also Stephanie. For you, it could be Rachel. But if they text or call, your phone will ring.
It'll go through.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right, so I'm looking at my phone. I did this slide down on the left.
Now, and you see in the middle, on the left-hand side, it says focus, right?
Yep, got it.
Focus.
All right, hit focus.
Focus.
Okay.
Press focus, and then it comes up, do not disturb, personal, sleep, reduce interruptions, work, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
then what?
So that's it. Just when you want to turn off your text messages while you're sleeping, just hit the sleep button. If you have an alarm, do you set an alarm or no?
I do set an alarm.
Okay, there you go. So it'll sync up with your alarm on your phone when you hit sleep, and that's it.
I mean, I just want to say, I just think 2:30 in the morning is a little egregious for a text. That's all I'm saying.
But you won't see it until you wake up.
There was a time, Cappy, where I didn't wake up until like 8 or 9 a.m., and your 5 a.m. text was a little much.
Right, that's true. On the reverse end.
Right,
yes.
and we were like,
you were
it's
an early
fine.
texter.
By the way, you can also just silent this group text.
Yeah.
If
Lynn,
you want.
do that too.
How do I do that?
Well, you go into
I do that too.
Yeah, you can silent the group text.
Yeah, I do that on the weekend.
I don't really want to silent this group text, but there are several others that I'm a part of that I don't want to be a part of, and the only reason I don't leave is because I don't want to insult the people that are part of it all. And I'd love to shut the hell up out of these people. Stop talking to me. I don't care what you're saying.
Well, what do you think the Dodgers group text is like this morning?
The Dodgers group text is like this morning. Hey, guys, big deal. We lost one game.
Yeah.
By the way, Philadelphia, if you guys remember, because, George, you and I were there, it wasn't that long ago that it was Monday, September 15th. Philly came in. They beat the Dodgers. That was the night that Ohtani went 5 no-hit innings, and then he got yanked out of that game. They lost that game. Then the Phillies celebrated at Dodger Stadium their division championship, got wasted that night, came back the next day and won that game. So they won 2 out of 3, and then the Dodgers went 5-0 against Philadelphia in Game 3. Philly has won 2 out of 3 at Dodger Stadium. Philly can win this game today, but if
Philly can win the series.
Right, but if you're the Dodgers, you look at what happened to the Yankees. The Yankees were down 2-0. They came back. Their bats finally woke up. Aaron Judge finally had a big game. And then in Game 4 at Yankee Stadium, Toronto knocked them out. The difference is that the Dodgers came back with a 2-0 lead and now have a 2-1 lead. So if you're the Dodgers, your group text is, hey, fellas, everybody get ready to come back today because we're wrapping this thing up today and we're not going back to Philadelphia. That's what the group text is.
Do you hope there's a text that says, Clayton, leave your jersey? We don't need it anymore.
How do you blame just Kershaw for what happened?
Because it's fun. Because I've been saying it for a year. Why is he still on the team? And everyone's like, don't say that. He's a legend. He's a legend.
Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah.
First ballot,
Nothing like a great Hall of Fame career in the playoffs. That's a real great Hall of Fame career. Especially
got like
the
3
final,
wins in the
the
World
final
Series.
note, the final highlight we'll see of him at Dodger Stadium was last night, and it is absolutely beautiful.
2 things can be true.
Yes, thank you.
He is arguably the greatest regular season pitcher in the history of the sport.
Regular season.
And he is also one of the bigger disappointments in postseason.
You know what he is in the postseason, George? You know what he is.
Tell us.
He's a scumbag in the postseason.
What about gutless? What about gutless?
He's a gutless scumbag in the postseason.
13 wins in the postseason.
Yeah.
13 wins. That's a lot of wins.
How many losses? How many losses in big games?
13.
Yeah, but his ERA is like 5.
Yeah, it's not great.
It was 37 last night, his ERA. I think. Anyway, time for
probably
Michelle
right around
Smallman from ESPN Radio. And from Unsportsmanlike, you could hear her with Evan Cohen and Chris Canty weekday morning 3 to 7 a.m. They lead into us, and thanks to Prize Picks, download the app today and use code CAPPY to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAPPY to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right, Shinano.
Michelle Smallman is a Cardinals fan, and she has seen firsthand Clayton Kershaw blow-ups when the Cardinals were taking out Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers many years ago. So look, it's a sad state of affairs. I don't know if you heard what I said, Michelle, because he is arguably one of the greatest, if not the greatest. I mean, he's in the conversation of the greatest regular season pitcher in the history of the sport. And in the postseason, where, look, the competition we all know is tougher. There are no Colorado Rockies in those situations. He has been a disappointment for, I would say, the majority of it. And it's kind of a weird deal. Like, you just don't have that in sports very often, where a guy is so freaking nails in one part of the season and then so bad in the playoffs, or so average, let's call it, at best. It just doesn't happen very often. It's just a weird kind of dynamic to have to deal with him.
It is really weird. And good morning, guys. Hope you're doing great.
Hi, Michelle.
It's one of those things that's almost expected with Clayton Kershaw, which is sad to say because you're right. He's one of the best that we've seen do it in this era in the regular season. But you mentioned the Cardinals. I remember that Game 4 DS, I think it was 2014, Matt Adams, of all people, 3-run shot off Clayton Kershaw to take the lead. He wasn't very pleased when the Cardinals played that on the video board when he came back this season.
Mm-hmm.
I remember him complaining about that, and I was like, well, if you don't like it, pitch better. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, to see Clayton Kershaw get into another situation and not deliver in the postseason, you hate to see it because of the overall greatness, but unfortunately pretty expected.
Wait a second. You said you hate to see it. Chris, did you hate to see that last night?
Sorry, I was talking to Jorge about some fundamentals. But listen, Michelle is a Cardinals fan, and she understands the joy that I have today of watching Clayton Kershaw implode yet again in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Michelle, isn't it a beautiful thing? And it happens so often in his career that it's just wonderful to see yet again.
See that, Michelle? Not everybody hated to see it. See, you said you hate to see it.
She
but
said she hated to see
right.
it.
She said
even though she's an impartial arbiter here.
Right.
Well, Michelle, come on to my side. You're a Cardinals fan, and you talked to Bob Costas last week, my friend Bob Costas. He's amazing, and so is Clayton Kershaw falling apart in the playoffs. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I said you hate to see that. I was definitely facetious when I was saying that.
Okay, good.
I mean, I don't want to pile on the guy, but as a Cardinals fan, the Dodgers and Cardinals have had their share of scuffles in the postseason, so I'm not a particularly big Dodgers fan. Also, with the fact that they just have all these big stars on their team and they're just so good is annoying, you know, and as a Cardinals fan, we're down right now. So, no, I don't hate to see the Dodgers and Clayton Kershaw suffer.
All right.
Now, let me ask you this, because speaking of suffer, I decided to text your co-host, Evan Cohen, yesterday, and I simply wrote to him, what a disaster for your boy, Bill Belichick. And I said,
God.
guess I know what you're talking about tomorrow. And his response to me was, I'll believe in him forever. And I'm like, God, I mean, you can't tell the game has passed him by at this point, and he's taken on a task that was, first of all, was not something that he was capable of handling. Like, what was it like to be around him today? Did you guys talk about it at all? Because I didn't get a chance to listen to it.
Because I did hear Michelle say something to the effect of, you're avoiding trying to talk about Belichick. I did hear you say that, right, Michelle?
Yes, I did say that. You are correct. We talked about it multiple times today, much to Evan's chagrin, because this is his boy. He's a Bill Belichick lifer, as he likes to say. But it is so bad right now. Like, Canty brought up this point, and I think it's a sound one. When you have to release a statement saying that you're committed to one another, that's the sign that you're not committed to one another.
Right.
When at the end of an NFL season, you have the organization put out a statement saying we're sticking with the GM and the head coach, you're acknowledging that you didn't want to stick with them, but you decided to do it. So at this point in the season, for them to already be having all of these conversations swirling out there about conversations of a buyout, and for them to put out this statement just tells you how quickly this has unraveled. And I know there's a lot of reporting out there about what an unstructured mess, I believe was the term, that this is with Bill Belichick, but it's just so bad so quickly, and I don't see it getting turned around anytime soon. And if you already have a lack of communication happening with players and coaches and parents and coaches, you already have preferential treatment that's existing. The results aren't there on the field. Evan's like, well, this is what we expected for a team that's turning itself around. He's building something. I'm like, not all 2 and 3 teams look the same. We have to talk about the context surrounding it.
Yeah.
If all of this stuff is happening right now, I don't see it getting better anytime soon. And what an ending for a career for Bill Belichick, because I can't see him getting another opportunity, obviously at the NFL level or at the collegiate level. So if this is the end for him, what an unceremonious ending for a guy who was the best to do it at the NFL level.
Well, and to think that you dropped yourself down, not to college football, but as far as I'm concerned, you dropped yourself down to North Carolina. And listen, North Carolina has produced some players in the NFL, some great players in the NFL, but they are not a football school. They are hardly a football powerhouse. So the arrogance to think that not only could you turn around a college program, but you could turn around this particular college program. And by the way, dealing with kids and parents, not grown men and agents, you're dealing with children and their folks. I mean, it's just a disaster, but I'm here for it. I mean, I'm kind of getting the same sort of pleasure out of watching Bill Belichick fail that Morales is getting out of watching Kershaw fall flat on his face. It's sort of the same kind of thing for me. Although I am kind of pissed at Canty about his notion that the Raiders should consider firing Pete Carroll. I didn't like that very much, Michelle.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you did not. But it's not good for the Raiders either. It's not good for the Raiders either. I don't think Pete Carroll will be one and done, but if we're having these conversations about other guys like Aaron Glenn, and I know that that is historically bad for Aaron Glenn and the Jets, but if we're having that conversation about him, it's only fair to apply it to another team that's struggling, even though the coach is obviously proven at 2 different levels and he knows how to build something. It hasn't looked good for the Raiders.
That's right.
By the
Michelle.
way, Bill Belichick and North Carolina have the 96th strength of schedule in college football this year. Could you imagine if he did try to stick around and play next year if they have a tougher schedule? Like, what is that going to look like? I mean, jeez.
No,
that is so bad.
One more thing on that. It's so weird to me that we're having these conversations about Bill Belichick, because everything that he had success with in New England, he's doing the opposite in North Carolina. He always preached only care about football. Football is the only thing. And he's out here like posing like a mermaid and a fisherman with his girlfriend on Instagram and letting her on the sidelines and being a distraction. He always talked about how nobody is above the team, not even somebody like Tom Brady. And then you hear all these reports of high recruits getting preferential treatment, them and their families getting preferential treatment. Mm-hmm. He always would talk about the culture in the locker room, just do your job. Then you're hearing all of these reports about how that doesn't exist there. It's just so weird for me that everything that worked for him in New England, he did not apply at this level.
Especially he doesn't have Tom Brady.
He wanted the team to. Yeah, I guess you need a Tom Brady to carry it all through.
Well, that's exactly right.
He's in Nantucket during the bye week. His coaches can't even get a hold of him.
He's busy. He got things going. Hey, Michelle, real quick before we get ready to wrap up, I want to tell you that in your honor, this past Sunday, I stopped in at a dive bar, and I mean like the kind of dive bar I haven't been in a really long time. I stopped in this little dive bar. I walked in. I ordered an icy cold Coors Light and a shot of tequila, and I sat there and I watched and I celebrated as my Washington Commanders ham-slammed the San Diego Chargers of Costa Mesa. So that was in your honor, Michelle.
There you go.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
Thank you so much, and I'm sure you had a lovely experience because dive bars are the very best. Maybe because you did that and you had success with your team, you need to go back. Maybe you're the secret sauce here.
Perhaps.
So, Michelle, last thing, because I hear you have an opinion about our texting conversation, because Cappy gets annoyed that Lindsay, our producer, wakes up earlier than all of us, like at 2 in the morning, and she's replying to the text.
Ready.
Yeah, she's getting the show ready. And Cappy's like, oh, your 2 a.m. text for waking me up. And he doesn't understand technology that he could just silence the text.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
Yeah, why don't you just put the thread on mute?
I didn't know how to do that.
It's very easy. You just swipe it over and hit the bell with the line through it.
What do you mean swipe it over?
So go to the text message thread, Captain.
Okay, I'm going. Yeah. Then what?
And then you swipe to her point.
Swipe what? Swipe
to
where?
The left.
Swipe left.
Swipe left. Yes.
And you see how it says mute?
Where do you swipe?
Dude, on the text thread.
I'm looking at the text thread right here.
No. Don't go in. Just go on the phone to your text message.
Okay. Thank you. I need more detail.
Okay. And then go. You see how they're all listed, obviously?
Mine,
all
when
your
I
different
swipe left,
texts.
it says mark as unread.
Oh,
mute.
God.
I swiped right. I had to swipe right.
No, left.
See, this is what we deal with.
Left.
Imagine
you
trying to
guys are
explain
getting
to
it
him
wrong.
how to use his ESPN email, Michelle.
Oh, forget about that.
Whatever,
There's
dude.
no
Anyway,
chance.
just
I
mute it
couldn't
that
get
way.
my email
Now
for
you
a
know.
long time.
Oh, I can
She's
mute
right.
the. Oh, this changes my life. Oh my God,
Jesus.
I had no idea this was here. Had no idea. You know how many? You know how many annoying group texts I'm in? Again, I don't want to insult people by leaving the group text, but I don't want it to ring my phone. I'm going to mute all these fools. Oh, this is fantastic, George.
There you go. All right.
You
well,
also should be able to leave a group chat at any point. I think that is totally acceptable. If the group chat's not working for you, just ghost it.
Yeah, Cappy is just like he's bad at decommitting is what I would say.
I don't like to and the confrontation I don't need,
Yeah. He's bad at decommitting.
Yeah.
But anyway, Michelle Smallman, Unsportsmanlike with Evan Canty and Michelle each and every morning.
Have fun at the game tonight, Michelle.
Yeah, have fun.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited to see Canty at MetLife. It's the first time he's ever sitting in the stands as a fan when he watches the Giants. So that's going to be super fun.
Yeah, well, the game probably won't be very fun for very long, so at least enjoy the time you're there.
Yeah. Fly
Thank
birds.
you, I will.
Go
Thanks,
birds.
guys. We'll talk next week.
Later.
See ya. Yeah, that game is going to be a disaster.
I might find myself watching Kennesaw State tonight instead.
Oh, God. You just want to get in those swipes whenever you can.
That's not a swipe.
You're such a
That's
bad
not
guy.
Why is that a swipe?
The great
the
Michelle-
better football game will be Kennesaw State versus Louisiana Tech tonight.
The great
and
Michelle-
my man Sedano will be calling it.
The great Michelle Smallman, presented by Prize Picks. It is 7:30 on a Thursday morning, a Torta Thursday. By the way, the NLDS is on the ESPN app. Hear MLB playoff baseball on the ESPN app starting at 3 p.m. with Dodgers-Phillies Game 4. Will they bring in Kershaw again to choke? Listen as the Dodgers try to finish off the Phils behind Tyler Glass. Now, then you can hear Cubs-Phillies directly after. Just hit the ESPN Radio Live sports tile for play-by-play from ESPN Radio. Be sure to recap the game tomorrow morning at 6:30 with the Blue Review on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. The MLB postseason on ESPN LA, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. More fun and frivolity, and we'll talk about the greatness of Dave Roberts. That's all next in 3.5 minutes on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Avner Gatt, your trusted Los Angeles public adjuster. Call Avner directly at 818-917-5256 for help with your insurance claim.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you need an ally who truly understands your needs. Avner Gatt is here to help you navigate the complexities of insurance claims. Are you feeling abandoned because your home is unlivable and your insurance company isn't cooperating? Or perhaps you're being pressured to use a contractor with poor reviews. You've been loyal to your insurance company for over 20 years, yet now they treat you like an outsider. Avner Gatt knows how to turn the tables. We protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for, and we cover all of Southern California, ensuring your voice is heard and your home is restored. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner and his family personally take your calls with 5-star ratings from Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Don't let your insurance company dictate your future. Avner Gatt is here to help. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
Don't sit on the sidelines if you've been injured in an accident. Hey, it's Travis, and at Normand Legal, Joseph S. Normand and his team are ready to go full contact for your case. They'll rush the defense, tackle the insurance companies, and drive it all the way into the end zone to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the winning team now at 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Don't fumble your future. Your recovery is their priority. Call Joe now and score a touchdown with Normand Legal.
It's baseball. Pechanga Resort Casino is rewarding you on another level. Bring in a rewards card from one of 16 Southern California casinos and access exclusive benefits with Pechanga's tier status match program. Qualified members can even win $25,000 club dollars. But hurry, this limited time offer ends December 31st and match statuses remain valid through January 31st, 2026. Open to new and existing Pechanga Club members. Visit the club at Pechanga for more details. Must be 21 or older with valid ID.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
7:34. Good morning. Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Torta Thursday. Yes, it's Torta Thursday. On this day in 2015, Selena Gomez entered the U.S. album chart at number 1 with Revival, Cappy.
Oh, nice. Speaking of a revival, is that what we're going to get today?
A revival? How so?
3:08 p.m. We getting a revival of Clayton Kershaw?
The Dodgers?
Of Shohei Ohtani. A revival of Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, listen, I'm still a Dodgers fan. I'm just not a Kershaw or Dave Roberts fan. I've said that many times. I hope they win, and I would love for them to win another World Series. But if they don't, I'm bashing bobblehead, sucker.
Now, who's getting bashed? Kershaw bobblehead getting bashed.
I wish we had the Kershaw bobblehead for today. I would bash the you-know-what out of that.
What do you mean you wish we had it for today? What do you mean?
We don't have a Kershaw bobblehead.
I thought we had a Kershaw bobblehead. I thought it got sent to you by Armin.
No.
With the note and everything.
No.
That was Joe Davis.
That's Joe Davis.
Oh, that's a Joe Davis bobblehead. Oh, okay.
What are you turning into a...
Why is the game so early at Dodger Stadium today?
Because MLB are a bunch of hacks.
I was going to ask that. Why is the Cubs game the later game?
They gave Cubs Brewers I have no idea. MLB
well, if I'm in Chicago, I'm kind of annoyed by that. Like, both cities, obviously, because it's a day game at Dodger Stadium, and if you're the Cubs, like the game doesn't start till after 8 o'clock. Like,
oh, dude, last night, George, I had these buddies of mine from Philadelphia that were texting
8 o'clock in Chicago, by the way, not even on the that's Central Time.
Yeah, dude, I had buddies of mine last night in Philly texting me, and it was 9 o'clock at night. And they're like, oh, my God, dude, I'm just trying to get to sleep. End this game already. I'm like, it's freaking midnight on the East Coast, and people are watching that game. For us, it's no big deal. I mean, but, yeah, you were in Atlanta. You were up probably late last night watching this game.
I didn't watch the ninth inning at that point.
You like everybody else at Dodger Stadium. You just peeled off, huh? It's time to bounce.
I knew they weren't coming back down 8-1. So
yeah, they were not.
I figured at that point. Once the ninth inning started, I went to bed.
You guys want to pitch in for my TV?
What do you mean? What's the issue?
What did you do, Jorge?
Did you break it?
No, man. No, it's just
it in the group text.
No, so like there's gonna be one of those e-waste collections like nearby like my house.
Yeah.
So in the garage, I have a few like laptops and like just old stuff. And then one of the TV was there. So like Brenda asked, like, "Hey, does the TV work?" I was like, "You know what? I don't even know." I take it out of the box. It's broken. I plug it in. And I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna be a great bit." I'm just gonna text the guys that I broke my TV because Kershaw missed the strike zone.
It was a great bit. I thought at first you actually did it, which I love.
So the whole blame for last night, though.
Come on, Kershaw.
Is everybody here just on the blame Kershaw last night issue?
No.
No.
Because there's so much more. There's so much more that went wrong in that game last night. And yet, it's kind of like the Raiders where everybody just focuses on Geno and nobody focuses on a blocked punt or a 15-yard penalty on an attempted blocked PAT.
It's not like the Raiders. You know why? Because the Raiders haven't won a playoff game since 2003.
Yes, but my point is that everybody's focusing on the quarterback, not focusing on the other things that are killing the Raiders. In this case, yes, Kershaw in the 8th inning was horrible. However, if you look at that game in its totality, the fact that Ohtani has yet to come up big, same goes for Freddie Freeman, for that matter. Mookie last night hit, no doubt, and got lucky that he was able to get a triple in the first inning because that was a terrible, terrible play by the Philadelphia outfielder to try and make that kind of a catch that early in the game. But the hitting hasn't come through. Yamamoto left the game down 3-1. Yeah, Kershaw got blown up in the 8th, and you can blame Kershaw, or you could even blame Dave Roberts for sending him back out there. Isn't there enough blame to go around, or is everybody just going to focus on Kershaw?
Morales it has nothing to do with Kershaw, though, really, because if you look at the hitting, they left 8 guys on base. Team runners in scoring position, 1 for 7. There you go, right there. They lost.
I think they had 4 or 5 innings where they had runners in scoring position with 1 out and could not get anybody in.
Yeah, so let me ask the host of the Blue Review, Greg Bergman.
Sir.
So you're on the phone today with an old friend, let's say. Maybe there's heavy breathing, maybe there's not.
I hope
and you're
not.
talking about the Dodgers game from last night. The Dodgers.
Well, it depends on who it is.
15 seconds. Your first 15 seconds, what are you saying?
Saying that was a disaster. I would say it really was Yamamoto. He never had it from the very beginning. They still had a chance, even besides that. Even though he was at 36, 37 pitches through 3 innings, did not have it. His splitter was in the dirt. He wasn't locating it for strikes. He was giving up long fly balls. It was going to eventually get to him, and it did. And it got to him when Schwarber came back up and hit that bomb that left Dodger Stadium. That thing was a bomb.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Bomb.
You know what it was? Wasn't it a scraper?
It did scrape the roof.
Kyle Schwarber, who started the scoring with a home run in the 4th, with a roof scraper to right, this time a wall scraper, but it drives home 2 more, and it's 8-1 Phillies.
By the way, when I was sitting on that train for 3 hours, I had to scrape.
Yeah, I understand.
I wasn't going to go Metrolink scrape either.
No, I would.
No,
I wouldn't mind.
Not because the train, remember, is powering down because we're not moving.
Yeah.
So things aren't going to flush right.
Oh, got it. I mean, roof scraper and wall scraper. When I heard that on the broadcast, I went, oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. And I said to Jorge early this morning, we better have the scraper call because that is right up Morales' alley.
That's good production. You know what else is good production?
Tell us.
When they create that hardwood, Georgie Sedano over at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring.
Yeah, listen, if you need that hardwood, call Hernandez at 866-62-FLOOR. That's 866-62-FLOOR. Whether you need flooring for your home, your rental, your ADU, your business like Dr. Clapper, you need outdoor turf, they got you. Listen, at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, they got you covered, man. Legitimately family-run. Papi Hernandez started it 57 years ago. I know Carlos is in the Mongrels chat right now. Steven, Carlos, the Crazy Hernandez brothers, they take care of business now. They're there. Mom, as I mentioned, Papi's there. Aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, cousins, sisters, brothers, daughters, sons, you name it. All right? Actual wholesale pricing year-round. No bogus sales, no gimmicks. Just the best price in the start, and that's why I say it, and I mean it. No sale beats wholesale, so call them at 866-62-FLOOR if you need that hardwood, if you need the laminate, the tile, the vinyl, the carpet, the turf for the outdoor. You name it, they got it. Over 5 million square feet of in-stock inventory. You can see it, touch it, take it home with you on the same day, and that's huge, especially when trying to finish a project fast. That's why designers, contractors, builders all shop here. They know the Crazy Hernandez brothers are always going to take care of you. So call them at 866-62-FLOOR, and check this out. If you're a first responder, active military, veteran, you'll all receive additional discounts on top of the already low prices, and if you find a better price, which I doubt, but if you do, just call Hernandez at 866-62-FLOOR. Tell them your square footage. Ask for the Crazy Hernandez brothers. Say, Carlos, Steven, I got this square footage. This place is offering me this. What can you do? They'll match it. No questions asked. Head down to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, the OG location in Commerce. Orange County, you got you covered in Santa Ana. So call them at 866-62-FLOOR. No games, no gimmicks. Just the best price in town year-round. Because no sale beats wholesale, homeboy. Check them out on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. That's HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
Thank you, Shitado. And yes, the Hernandez Wholesale Flooring with that morning wood for us every morning. 7:43 in the morning time. A Torta Thursday rolls on 3 minutes from right now on ESPN LA.
It's a Torta Thursday with Sedano and Kap.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Providence. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. You know, we joke around a lot that I almost died, which I almost did. I had severe heart failure. That's when I went to a Providence hospital in the emergency room. And here's the thing about heart care. It begins with trust. That's why Providence takes the time to listen, understand, and earn yours before making any decision about your care. For me, if it wasn't for Dr. Cobb and Katie Cornella at St. Joe's in Orange, they made me trust them and they made me know. And my health and my life were going to be even better once I got out of the hospital. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Legends of Hip Hop, Public Enemy, are coming to the Special Event Center at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino on Friday, November 14th. Public Enemy, the pioneers of hip hop, take the stage at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino Friday, November 14th. Experience the raw energy, the iconic sound, and the powerful voices of Chuck D and Flavor Flav live on stage. Bring the noise! Public Enemy, Friday, November 14th, only at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Tickets on sale now. Get tickets today at FantasySpringsResort.com or call 760-342-5000.
Or more like Boyle Heights casting, if you know what I mean. Your USC Trojans are back at the Coliseum as they take on the scumbag Michigan Wolverines this Saturday. Saturday's game is presented by iTrust Capital. iTrust Capital is the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans. Fight on! Sedano and Kap Morning Show back in 1 minute from right now.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
This thing is rotten at the core.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive.
Bro, we're on fire.
Back to the guys.
Oh, yeah.
7:47, good morning. Sedano and Kap. Yeah, Sedano and Kap Morning Show on this day in 1995. The number one alternative hit, Alanis Morissette, Hand in My Pocket.
I went on a whole Alanis Morissette thing yesterday. I was out for about an hour and a half walk, and I went on to Spotify because you guys played yesterday.
Ironic. Don't you think?
And I do. And
you know what's
I
ironic?
must have heard it.
Clayton Kershaw choking again.
Oh, man. Come on, dude.
Have you worn yourself out yet?
Not yet. He hasn't punched himself out yet. He has not. No. He has not yet done that.
Now, being at that Michael's in Orange at 8:50 p.m. By the way, who's at Michael's in Orange at 8:50 p.m. on a Wednesday night?
You.
A guy who's on a train after a train hit a guy, and you were stuck for 3 hours.
By the way, the Mongrels, I decided to take a look at what the Mongrels were talking about today. Mm-hmm. And they are blaming there's two things going on in there currently. Mm-hmm. So the Mongrels in the YouTube chat, and if you want to jump into the YouTube chat, you can, at your own peril, jump in with the mongrels.
Right.
Yeah, I would say they can be. They can
They're a
be
tough
very
crowd.
friendly at times, but
Yeah.
at times they are it's like shark-infested waters in there.
Big time.
And they smell blood. Trust me when I tell you that. There are two things going on. Number one, they are saying Torta Thursday is out of control.
Oh,
They're calling Chris a torta. They're saying he's a tortón.
Torta Thursday.
So they're saying Chris is a tortón.
I think I am, aren't I?
Yeah. And then what they're blaming Cappy for bringing in the quote-unquote jainas or tortas yesterday, the Las
A hot
Amores.
Chicana from the barrio, keeping it real.
So there's a lot of you guys taking heat, which is rare because usually I'm the one taking all the heat. So
Feels good. Feels nice and warm in here. I can tell you that. Yeah.
Damn.
Feels real good.
How'd you say, Cappy? Oh,
feels-
damn.
Cappy, you had a lot of great fake laughs. I did watch it. There was a couple of fake laughs that were hilarious. I hope we can pull those. And then there were to Briones' point, the damn girl.
Damn, girl.
Yeah,
damn.
It was honestly, it was some of your best work. I was laughing at you mostly. It was like they were funny in their own right. But you were really the highlight of the entire thing because I sat there and watched it. And I'm like, yo, my guy Cappy is going off. I mean, first of all, even before they got there because they were late, so you were like tap dancing, man, trying to get them on there. Like you were doing your thing.
Yeah.
And but man, you put on a show yesterday, Cappy. It was worth watching the YouTube while I was getting ready for something else.
I loved how they leaned in when we said hi to Friday.
Oh,
and
they were
torta,
totally
they
in
were
on Heine and Torta.
Right.
They were in on both. Yeah.
See, I was really surprised because I thought that they took themselves really seriously. Like I thought.
You could tell that they don't, though. If you look at their videos.
But it took me. No, actually, by watching the videos, that's what I. This is my interpretation. I thought, gosh, these girls really take themselves
Cappy
seriously.
interpretation.
Right. But when they came in and they started making the whole point like that, they tried having real singing careers and nobody paid attention. And then when they went full torta, that's when they decided that this is how it works.
Oh, boy, full torta, huh?
Yeah.
By the way,
they leaned in on that, too, by
If
the
you
way.
missed it yesterday in the YouTube hour, I can guarantee you it'll be part of our Sedano and Kap Morning Show Saturday special. Saturday morning from 8 to 10 a.m. It'll appear.
Linz, you got to find and pay attention to because remember yesterday they said that they've got a winning song and a losing song. So if the Dodgers would have won last night, they would have had a new song for today about winning. And if the Dodgers lost, which they obviously did, they would have a new song today about, coming back and winning. So we got to pay attention to see if Las Mil Amores comes out with a new tune today.
Okay.
Yeah.
They said they already had them. I think they might have recorded one of them in our studio last night. Like after the show, they stuck around and recorded a couple things.
No way. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I told them, I was like, yeah, if you guys want to record something for your Instagram. So they did.
Oh, wow.
Hey, keep an eye out for it.
Hey,
let me
George,
ask you a
one last
question.
thing real quick,
Yeah.
George. I actually thought, this is how ridiculous I am and how uninformed I am.
Yeah.
I actually thought like I found something with these two young ladies. Now, granted, they have 170,000 Instagram followers, but I actually thought I found something, new
Like
and
you
unique.
discovered them?
Right, like I discovered them, right? And dude, and I
You're
gotta
their
tell you,
manager?
right? And the number of people,
What was Selena's manager's name? What was that lady's name?
Yolanda Saldivar.
Yeah.
Yolanda? They're Yolanda is what you were trying to be?
I was thinking I was like more of like their Scooter Braun kind of a guy, you know what I mean? But I thought I found something unique and different and interesting and that no one really knew about. The number of people that were in our YouTube chat yesterday, they were going, no, don't bring them in. I was like, oh, I didn't know you guys had like disowned them. Like, hey, they don't represent us. They don't represent the Dodger fan base. I thought I found something new and unique.
And Sedano, did you hear the part where he was tap dancing? So he was reading reviews from the LA Times.
No,
and
I know.
as he was reading them in real time, you could see his brain working, like reconsidering this.
No, I heard you ask him. I heard you ask him live. It was great.
It was amazing.
Hilarious.
Reconsidering. Was this a bad idea?
Yeah.
7:52. Georgie, tell us about our friend Jacob Emrani.
Oh, a little early break today. So, look, on the other side, I want to get into just a tease for the audience. There's a lot of sound, post-game sound, that I think is pretty revealing about the Dodgers' mood going into this next game today. So we'll do that. I want to get into USC Michigan. We haven't even talked NFL at all this week.
We're not going to
feels
break.
like.
We're just doing a read.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I wanted to – well, we could go to break early and just get back on track, right? We could do that too.
Well, we got the morning roll call, and I want some gutless Dodger fans.
Yeah,
Clayton
are we
Kershaw
still doing the morning roll call? Is that
Absolutely,
still a thing?
yes.
Okay, all right.
So why don't you do the read now?
It's been very successful. In a city like LA, guys, things come and they go very fast. Restaurants, trends, the morning roll call, hopefully, even law firms. But Jacob and Ronnie, he's been here since 1996 for nearly 30 years. And that matters because experience isn't just about courtroom wins. It's about relationships, knowing the local community, understanding how the system actually works. Jacob and Ronnie doesn't just practice law in LA. He fights for the people who live here. So if you get into any kind of accident, you call him at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew here at 710 sent you. Again, if you've been in that accident, you want someone who knows how this city works. From Van Nuys to South Central to Santa Monica, Jacob and Ronnie is your guy. Can't afford a lawyer? Well, you don't pay unless Jacob wins. It's that simple. You'll feel safe and heard from the minute you call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. So call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. That's 844-24-JACOB, or visit them online at calljacob.com. The Lakers, the Rams, LAFC, and thousands of Angelinos trust Jacob. And don't forget to join the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie in the fight against breast cancer. Visit calljacob.com to register, donate, and RSVP for the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk on Saturday, October 18th. At the Citadel Outlets in Commerce. So let's make strides together. This city changes fast, but the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie are still here. So call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB or visit them online at calljacob.com.
Hi, it's Troy Santiago, the Spanish voice of your Los Angeles Rams. And it's a Torta Thursday, right here on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
Gosh, so good.
God,
So good.
it's so great.
7:55, good morning, 877-710-ESPN. We'll do a morning roll call. Gutless Dodger fans, call it 877-710-ESPN.
Gutless Dodger fans. Those of you that have guts, those of you that believe that today it ends anyway, those of you that think, hey, you went on the road and you took 2 games, you came home, Philadelphia was bound to have their bats blow up at some point. There's no way you're going to hold down Schwarber and Trey Turner and Harper. It's not going to happen. And you know, again, George, I heard Mookie Betts after the game talking about Kershaw, and he had to actually stop himself, where he was like, hey, look, we're not going to remember. And he
we could just play
himself.
the Mookie sound.
Well, I don't know if we have that exact sound. I just read it, But the point is,
I think
is
Lindsay got it.
Oh, really?
We have the part about him talking about pressure, which is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the consensus of this interview feels like we're eliminated. So I think we have to understand that we're still up 2-1. Obviously, there's a lot of pressure on us to play the game, but that's pressure is a privilege, and just have to go out and play it.
Pressure's a privilege.
It is. No doubt. And the way that the interviews were going, whether it was Mookie Betts, whether it was Max Muncy, Clayton Kershaw, obviously, it was as if it was over, dead, done. And I'm just surprised because I think of Dodger fans as having earned their confidence.
Yeah.
And yet the way these guys were being hammered last night, it's as if they just lost.
Yeah, one of the questions to Kershaw was like, how do you feel about having such a bad performance or something like that? We have that one,
we
right?
should play Kershaw because it's about a minute and 15.
Well, why don't we tease it and do it after the successful morning roll call?
It's the one thing Craig Karmazin loves to do, which is us take calls.
Okay, well, that's fine. I don't have to agree with him, but go ahead.
Well, I don't know why you got to rip it. It's our show.
Because it's not successful, but we can make it successful.
I mean, the days that you're not here, we had like 7 calls. We went right through.
Good. Well, then
are
I'll
you
just
saying
leave.
people don't want to talk to George?
I'll leave for the segment, and then you
people
take
are
the roll
afraid
call.
of George. They don't want to
to
talk to him. That's it. He's done. Look, he's getting up. Ladies and gentlemen, he's getting up. He has just shut down his computer. Look, okay, if you're watching on YouTube right now, you're seeing a blank screen. George got up, took off his headphones, shut down his Comrex, and then immediately shut down his computer as if to say, you know what? I don't want to be a part of morning roll call. Well, guess what, Christopher? You know what that means? That means the phone lines are going to get loaded up. 877-710-ESPN. The phone lines are going to get loaded up because people clearly don't want to talk to George.
That's fine.
And he don't want to talk to the people.
I just don't understand the not wanting to talk to people thing.
I mean, I love the people.
I like it. It's fun.
Let's talk to
them. And sometimes we do 1, sometimes we do 7. I just don't, it's like whatever.
Let's get a lot of phone calls. For those of you that are intimidated by Sedano, you're afraid of the man, you don't want to talk to him, You call him Schmugdano or whatever other name you got for him. Load up the phone lines right now. I want to hear a Dodger fan who's furious. I want to hear a Dodger fan who's confident. I want to see who's got what to say out there today.
And by the way, you know what? I want to reward the callers because it's a Cosm Ticket Thursday. Level up your game day experience. Enter for a chance to win a pair of tickets to watch college football at Cosm. 877-710-ESPN right now. Caller number 7, and here's how we're going to do this. We're going to put calls on, and the best caller, which may just be caller number 7, will win a pair of GA tickets, general admission tickets, to watch Oklahoma versus Texas Saturday, October 11th at Cosm, Los Angeles. Limited tickets available through Cosm.com or the Cosm mobile app. Listen all day for your chance to win only here on ESPN LA. Cosm Ticket Thursday. Call now, win 877-710-ESPN, and we'll talk sports. Hey.
I love the fact that the social team is leaving up Sedano's computer just slightly down, so you can still see that he's not there.
Yeah.
It's a Torta Thursday.
Right.
8 o'clock.
It is a Torta Thursday.
Almost
really
8 o'clock,
is.
1 minute before 8 on KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Good morning. Kershaw choked last night, and it's fun, isn't it, Jack? We'll be back in 3 minutes from right now on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Visit CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind, to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-960-3377. That's 800-960-3377. 800-960-3377.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room. Pre-game with friends on game days inside Century Bar and Grill and enjoy daily lunch specials. Or catch up over a late-night dinner. Step into Ray's Lounge and enjoy live music, DJs on the weekends, and savory crafted cocktails. The only spot where you can park, party, and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino now open. Located next to the Forum at SoFi Stadium and the all-new Intuit Dome. For more info, go to playhpc.com or follow them at playhpc. Must be 21 plus to enter.
Wow! Math is pretty simple. Low prices plus big trade value equals huge savings for you at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Come in today to trade and upgrade your vehicle or just sell it and get paid. We just crunch the numbers and you win either way. For complete details, visit OceanSubaruOC.com. The math is simple. More for your trade and less for your next ride at Ocean Subaru.
It's all here at Ocean Subaru.
Don't strike out if you've been injured in an accident. Hey, it's Travis, and at Normand Legal, Joseph S. Normand and his team are ready to step into the batter's box for you. They'll swing for the fences, go extra innings if they have to, and make sure the insurance companies are out at home. They'll cover all the bases and bring you home safe with the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the winning lineup now at 213-747-1234. That's 213-747-1234 or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, your recovery is always a grand slam.
You ever notice the harsh feeling and chlorine taste in LA water? That's why I made the switch to Life Source Water. Their whole house water system gives clean, filtered water from every tap in my house. It's become our essential appliance we love using every day. No salt, no regular maintenance. With Life Source, you deal directly with their local factory. No middlemen, no hassle. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. Warranty limitations apply.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:03, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Torta Thursday. The morning roll call in just a few moments. And we're going to give away these Cosm tickets. But first, as we hear our friends Yachtly Crew play, Cappy, I want to send a happy birthday to the love of my life. Stephanie, good morning and happy birthday to her. Today is her birthday, October 9th. And I posted this morning on Instagram. A lot of posts will be happening on social media today, but I wanted to post a picture from the first night in the hospital when she slept right by my side and she didn't leave for 2 weeks. And by the way, we'd only been dating for like a little over a year at that point. She could have easily been seen like, I'll see you, sucker.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for this.
You did this to yourself. I didn't sign up for this. I'll see you, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
She could have called me a scumbag.
She should have.
But she didn't.
She will.
I got to put a ring on it, Cappy. That's what everyone's saying on social media.
Yeah,
Jack.
why don't you do it? Why don't you stop being such a gutless scumbag hack and marry this woman?
You should talk, Cappy.
What do you mean? What do you mean,
How long
Linz?
have you been dating Rachel?
Like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks. I love you, Stephanie. Happy birthday. Have a beautiful day. We're gonna get prime pizza here for the office today for lunch.
Nice.
Also,
Happy birthday.
I want to say I love you too, Stephanie.
There we go.
I
She's
want
great.
to say
Happy birthday. She's the best. She seriously does everything. And
Yeah, I want to tell you guys
Happy
also
birthday,
that-
Steph.
Feliz cumpleaños, fool.
Let me tell you something
Death
right now. I beat all of you guys. I beat all of you fools. I sent her a text yesterday and said, I'm texting you before everybody else texted you because it's your birthday tomorrow and I love you and you're awesome and I appreciate you, girl. And so I beat all you fools.
Thank you very much. We've got Nick, Brent, Ramon, and Bobby we'll get to here on the morning roll call. Brought to you by who, Cappy?
It's brought to us by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. And in the case of Sedano, we shut him down.
No, but I think he's in the YouTube chat. He'll return after the morning roll call.
Oh, he's in the YouTube chat, and he's going at it with the mongrels. I can tell you that right now. So if you want a piece of Sedano, get in on the YouTube chat, because Sedano's in there going to war.
I love it. Nick in Dallas. Good morning, Nick.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, just two quick takes. I mean, Dallas, we know what we have to do. I mean, nobody says it's going to be easy. These are the Phillies. I mean, you can't beat this team 3 straight times, just like I think the Phillies can't beat the Dodgers 3 straight times. And I thought, the game was – I thought the game was closer than what the score would indicate, because I really thought it was 3-1 going into the top of the 8th, where they should have probably taken Kershaw out. So I feel the Dodgers – I'm like Bergman. We should win this in 4. Let's hope it doesn't go 5, but even if it does go that, which I hope it doesn't, I even still think we'll win. And then lastly, though, I'm a big fan of Michelle Smallman. But, I mean, she really does have a hate on the Dodgers. I'm sick of what she says. Ask Smallman, how did she feel about the Dodgers when Frank McCourt on the team? Then let me know how she feels, because I'm tired of all this Dodgers hate. But we'll be okay. We'll be all right. Let's win this series and get it done. Thanks for taking my call.
All right, Nick, have a good day in Big D. Meanwhile,
Very early morning listener.
Brent in L.A. Good morning, Brent. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I believe the big guys are going to come through tonight. Freeman, Shohei. That's not necessarily in that order, but they're going to come through, and the lesser players as well.
All right, Brent, hold on. I don't know if Brent's going to get those
It's all
Cosm
right.
tickets.
It's okay.
It was okay.
Not a great call, but it's not terrible. It's just kind of middle of the road.
Ramon in Sacramento. Good morning, Ramon.
Come on, Ramon. Do something big here.
Good morning. I'm done with Dave. I'm done with the way he manages. There's no reason Triton should have been in the last game. There's no reason Vesia should have been warming up. You should have given Roki a clean 8th. There's no reason that Kershaw, even if you want to bring Kershaw in on the 8th, once he gives up a couple hits, he didn't have it in the 7th. He got bailed out by that play at first. There's no reason for him to be in there past those 2 hits. He should have been pulled. Triton would have been better in that spot. I get he's not trying to use his arms, but you got to play for today, not tomorrow. Like, I get that we're up 2-1. That's great. And this could turn on a dime. Those guys are hot. Those guys are hitters. I don't know, man. Take what you got in front of you. Try to keep it close. Try to keep it 3-1.
Good job, Ramon. I don't know about the Triton thing, but
Yeah, it's a good call though. But I think you said he was in Sacramento, so I don't think you're going to give him the tickets to
no,
Cosmo.
but we're going to see if Bobby and Hawthorne brings the heat right now. Bobby, good morning.
Come on, Bobby.
Oh, good morning. After watching that moron Dave Roberts screw up again, it just pisses me off. This guy. I've been a Dodger fan forever, but this guy, that's why he didn't pull Kershaw when he was giving up all those runs, because he was twiddling his thumbs reading some whatever was a scorecard. He was so scared to go out there because the fans were ready to let him have it. This guy is a complete moron. Kershaw cannot pitch under pressure. It's been proven before. Great pitcher for the regular season. He's just not that postgame. But he should have kept in Banda, who hadn't pitched in a few weeks, and he should have just kept him in another inning. And then when he brought in the other gentleman, Dreyer, just keep him in. But he didn't do that. He gets so nervous that he can't keep still of pulling pitchers out and in and out of the lineup all the time.
Good job, Bobby. Stay on hold for me. We're going to get you those Cosm tickets. Oh, I loved it. Yeah. Bobby from Hawthorne's going to win on a Cosm ticket Thursday. Level up your game day experience. He wins, and you can win too. Just go to Cosm and get that Cosm mobile app. You can be part of Oklahoma, Texas, Saturday, October 11th at Cosm LA, which is an incredible place.
Yeah,
You've been there, Cappy.
Yeah.
So get there and enjoy it. By the way, their NFL Sundays are also incredible. A lot of lines lit. I think we're going to end it here, though.
That's it. You're putting it down. You're done.
I don't want to go too many minutes.
I mean, it was very
Sedano.
successful, don't you think?
I don't know. Is Sedano ready to come back? Or
I don't think he's coming back. I think he's done with us.
Oh, he's done?
I think he's had it.
He's in the YouTube chat, and he is just ripping every single person.
He's going after everybody. Oh, he wants everybody.
He doesn't like one phone call. Maybe the last guy. I don't know. I haven't heard what he said about the last guy
Is
yet.
He there or no? Should we pot him up? Let's pot him up. I don't hear anything.
Oh,
Hey,
his
Bergie.
headphone might not be on.
Oh, okay.
Bergie, let me tell you
Yeah.
something real quick. Just this whole thing about the bullpen. You know, we had this conversation, and we said going into these playoffs, you know, you might be able to get by. Because remember in the Cincinnati series, we were all kind of shocked that Dave was still using the bullpen combination that he used in the regular season. And most of us were like, well, if it didn't work during the regular season, why would you bring it back in the postseason? And I remember saying to you vividly, this will not work against Philadelphia. Philadelphia will make you pay in a way that Cincinnati cannot make you pay. And, you know, the thing about Kershaw, and again, we had this conversation as well. If you go back and you look at some of Kershaw's most recent starts, he was giving up a lot of runs early, but then he was settling down, and there was still enough game to be played. When you come in the seventh, and as the caller pointed out, he got bailed out by his teammates.
Sure did.
Okay, and that's what you're supposed to do, right? But on the other hand, you don't have enough time when you're coming in the seventh. So if you start giving up runs in the first, there's lots of game to be played. When you give up a lot of runs in the eighth, you don't have any time left. That is the mistake that was made yesterday. And the bullpen, whether it's a starter coming out of the bullpen or a traditional bullpen guy, Philadelphia will beat you down. Cincinnati doesn't have the sort of firepower that Philadelphia has.
Sure, you're absolutely right. But let's kind of take it a little bit further. Now, in the eighth inning, who would you have liked to come in besides Kershaw coming in for a second inning? Because it's not Alex Vesia. Alex Vesia was being held for the top of the lineup to get to for the lefties when you go with Schwarber and Harper. So the idea is let Kershaw go until he gets to the top of the lineup, and then you go to Vesia. But at that point, you can't, or even Roki, because if you keep it closer, but probably not because you're down. But either way, so you're going to let him go, because otherwise, Treinen coming in is going to be a disaster. Anybody else in that bullpen outside, there's nobody left. You don't go to any of those guys. Glasnow, you're safe. You're down, so you're not going to go to Glasnow because he's pitching today. There was nobody else to go to in that bullpen besides letting Kershaw go to. It's the whole thing with the piggyback. Let the starters go in and go a couple of innings. He blew up. Absolutely. Morales is right that was a bad moment for him, but there was nobody else to go to.
Well,
they should have gone upstairs and said, Hershiser, what do you got? Come on in and do the magic like you did in 88.
You know what else they could have done? Because the TV cameras, they kept looking at Sandy Koufax. I mean, maybe Sandy goes out and does a little something. Maybe Sandy does some damage.
Sandy, spit on that ball and just throw it, baby.
Yeah. Now look who's back.
Is
he
he
back
Okay.
again?
George
Yeah.
Sedano's
Guess
back
who's
now.
back?
So I've told the Mongrels that I will probably just go away and join them.
I think it's a great bit, actually.
Every failed morning roll call, which look, he started off great, but basically you gave it to Bobby and Hawthorne because he agreed with you, Tortong, about just Dave Roberts. That's it. And Aunt Esther's right. She called you a limp chorizo. And that's that should be your new nickname.
A limp chorizo?
Yeah.
Now, see, what would be my nickname if I spent all day in a YouTube chat for a radio station? I don't know
Dead
what it would
Meow.
be.
That would be your nickname.
I
Dead
mean, yeah,
Meow.
it is funny. You rip Dead Meow, but you kind of are like our version of Dead Meow.
I guess, except I get paid.
Okay, that's fine.
That's a good point.
Is it? Is that really a
and
good
thanks
point?
to Sedano, I get paid quite handsomely, frankly.
Yeah. So I will. I think
signing
that'll
them
be my
checks,
new
huh?
thing. Is that during the failed morning roll call, I will just go in there and interact with the Mongrels, and then just and then rip every caller that you get. I mean, David 100's right. I mean, you have to entice them to call, but that's fine. I mean, if that's how you want to do it, then go ahead.
I have one request. Can you just leave your camera?
Another winner in life, David 100.
Hey, David 100's my
dude.
man.
I like David 100.
That's a great
I
guy,
like
David
David
100.
100.
We
Yeah.
love David 100.
Another guy who spends all day in the YouTube chat.
I mean, listen, David
Thank
100 used to be a police officer. if
He
I
was an
recall
LAPD
correctly.
cop who
By the
got
way,
hurt on the job.
Do you
and had
guys
to
ever
retire.
text with David 100? I text with him quite often.
Well, then don't rip him.
But he knows it's part of the bit.
No,
Just
hands
like
off,
Sedano,
David 100.
Just like Sedano, a high-paid ESPN talent escaping for a segment of his own show. It's all part of the bit.
Oh,
Sedano, though, can you leave your camera down looking at the computer screen? So
while I'm just typing the whole time?
Right,
Yeah,
just see
sure.
your
Let's see.
fingers
Close
going.
it
But
down
it was
a little
definitely better theater for me just closing.
No,
the
it was
laptop.
amazing.
I loved it. Yeah, just have it.
We should have like a
in that
color
blank
bar
screen.
graphic, like an old color bar graphic.
Oh, that would
Yeah.
be great.
So when
That'd be
Sedano
awesome.
leaves, you just see.
Bars and tone.
Yeah. Oh, that's that what it's called, bars and
Yeah,
tone?
bars and tone.
Meanwhile.
But I kind of liked it. I kind of get why the Mongrels get off on ripping you, though. Like, I totally get it. Like,
obviously.
I found myself kind of, understanding their adrenaline.
I love it.
really?
Again,
Yeah.
here's the thing. There's two metrics.
I
we get-
bonded with the Mongrels even for just 5 minutes.
the two metrics we get judged on now are engagement and money. And we're doing very well on both. And so anything that pushes up engagement, like Sedano saying, hey, I'm going to go. By the way, if we would have asked you a year ago to go do a segment just in the YouTube chat, you would have been like, are you insane? And now it's beautiful and it pumps engagement. So I love it.
You hear all that, George?
Just
You're an
gets me more-
engagement pumper.
Gets me more bonus money, baby.
I feel like you're telling
Yeah,
the secrets,
maybe you need
Chris.
to pump your chorizo, as Lon Esther says.
How come we don't get? How come we don't get
Hey,
engagement
listen,
bonuses?
after 10 minutes, that thing pumps quite well. The first 10 minutes, I don't know.
Really takes a long time.
The first 10
Well-
minutes, I got to use other things. But
Hey, let me tell you something. It's her birthday. You better get warmed up early today.
By the way,
pal.
Aunt Esther says she gets paid to be in the chat just because she's a corporate time stealing weasel. Good for her.
Way to go on Esther.
I guess.
Way to go on Esther. You're good, girl. You are good.
Sedano growing hair on his hands just like us mongrels is what Aunt Esther says.
The funny thing is we're saying her. It's like a 74-year-old Hispanic guy in Boyle Heights listing
No.
himself as
I
Aunt
think
Esther.
that's a little
Hey, what's
high
up, Hong?
for the age, right?
No,
Is
Aunt
that
Esther.
more? No?
No, because Aunt Esther's
Anyway.
in every show chat.
She's not
So,
Aunt Esther. She's Aunt
Bergman,
Esther.
I caught you talking about the Dodgers. The
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
I do think, though, considering Morales came out like a flamethrower, overcompensating even for himself.
About the
it is
gutless scumbag, you mean?
It is still just 2-1.
Right.
And right, like Cappy made a great point earlier.
See
which
that,
is-
guys? Listen to how good George's ears are. You hear what he just said? He said, Cappy made a good... Listen to how well he's listening to today's show. Go ahead.
Cappy made a great point earlier about the Yankees series. Everybody's like, oh, no, here come the Yankees. The Blue Jays are in trouble. And then the Blue Jays just smacked them in the face the next game.
Right, and that's what I
yesterday.
anticipate the Dodgers will do today. Listen, Aaron Judge in Game 3 had a dramatic 3-run home run, and everybody was waiting for Aaron Judge and the Yankee bats to come alive, and they were down huge, and they wound up making this great comeback, and they won Game 3. Game 4 in Yankee Stadium, they got motorboated. So
Yankee lose.
Yeah, the post-game show.
That was
Makes me
Vladdy
laugh.
Jr.
I
yeah.
love it.
Oh, dude. When David Ortiz last night.
That was Big Poppy, yeah?
No, it was
No, that was Vladdy Jr.
Vladimir
You got
Guerrero
Vladdy Jr. to do it during the
talking.
celebration.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
he was talking to David Ortiz, to Big Poppy, and they were going, "Da, Yankee lose, Yankee
And it's
lose."
great because Jeter and A-Rod are sitting right there.
Oh,
That's
it's
what
just
makes it
awesome.
even better.
It's
Yeah.
so good. But just the same way that Toronto had a 2-1 lead, and you're not likely going to beat one of these teams at this time of the year 3 straight games, the Yankees win, and then the better team comes back in Game 4. That's what's likely going to happen here today.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but Frank Bustamante might have had the message of all time in the Mongrel chat. Morales, forget about las mil amores. Morales is las mil calories.
Come on.
I mean, I mean, Aunt Esther's a lot funnier than that.
Las mil calorías. They are laying in on you today, bro.
But I
They are
don't care.
laying in.
I
And
don't-
deservedly
this is
so.
good.
You know what? You deserve it because you're a scumbag today.
Okay.
Wow.
Sitting there ripping the Dodgers for losing one game. God forbid they lose a game. Oh, my God.
No, I'm ripping Clayton Kershaw for choking yet again
They're
in the
only
playoffs.
4-1 right now through the postseason. You know, it's not like they were going to run off all the games in a row without winning. I mean, are you that desperate for engagement for yourself that
Well,
you got to
apparently
rip
it's
them after
bonuses.
one loss?
Well, if Clayton Kershaw does what he does, which he choked again in the playoffs, then yes, I am.
Yeah, and I just heard for the first time about engagement bonuses, so I understand the go after the engagement bonuses. I just now want to know, how can we get some of that piece?
I think
of
you're
that
paid
pie?
quite enough already.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What are you paid?
Well, let's not get into that.
Hey, George, you think that the Mongrels are going in on Morales today? You know, he's got one hater in particular on Twitter. Not that you would know because there's no more Circle of Trust since you blew it up. But
which one?
Dave Coleman. Do you guys,
I
are you
don't
guys
know who
familiar
that
with
is.
Dave Coleman's work?
I don't know Dave Coleman. I
Dave
don't know his work.
Coleman. Dave Coleman says, "Good morning. Will
Yes.
the Morales show is on the air? Will you and Sedano be involved today?"
Oh, wow.
So this guy Dave Coleman comes
But
after.
the only person to blame on that is George Sedano.
Oh.
Sedano created this.
Well, no, but I feel like what's happened is like Frankenstein. I created the monster, and now the monster is like terrorizing everyone. It's
Well,
like,
it allows
you.
So you
Yeah.
created a monster that allows you to be able to do what you want and be able to do an easier day and sometimes not be here. So that's fine. So it's helped you in general,
if
too.
we're being honest, I was here a lot less actually in the previous iteration. So this circumstance allows me to be here more.
But
than
this
I
is the
was
circumstance you wanted, correct? And I made
yeah,
it happen,
but
correct?
don't twist this around like this was going to be better for me from a. It's better for me in the sense of I get to be around my family more, and yeah, I don't have to miss as many shows to do games because in the afternoon I would miss a ton of shows to do games. Whereas here I may have to leave early every once in a while. I've missed one show due to travel because it's impossible to get to Blacksburg, but you wouldn't know because you're sitting there, just being a torta all day.
So isn't you
Torta
being on the
Thursday.
air better for our station?
Agreed. But
And
don't
isn't
make it
you
seem
being
like
on the air doing more endorsements better for you because you make more money?
I don't think I've done more endorsements necessarily,
Okay.
but nonetheless, what I would say is that this actually is more work for me, and I've taken and I've done it because I'd like to do it. Not because it's less work. It's actually more work than the previous iteration. If I wanted to just put my feet up, we would have stayed an afternoon drive.
Yeah, but it wasn't good. It wasn't going to last forever.
It was good. It would have lasted as long as I wanted it to.
Not in that current,
Wow.
not in that situation. It wasn't going to.
No.
Maybe.
See, let me
We'll see.
tell you what's happening here. I'm just
I
gonna
would have
call
had
a
to have
timeout.
dealt with that, not you.
But let me tell you something. Let me call a timeout. Listen to what's going on here this morning. Listen to the anger. Listen to the infighting. Listen to the insult of segment. Listen to everything that's going on here right now. And this is all because of the way the Dodgers lost last night. The anger is boiling over at one another over the frustration of what happened last night. Chris wants to blame Kershaw. Chris wants to celebrate Kershaw's failure. Chris is saying this is the last time you'll ever see Kershaw ever again in a Dodger uniform, and your lasting memory will be Kershaw getting bombed in the 8th inning at home. I mean, this is where this anger is coming from. Does everybody subscribe to what I'm trying to say here?
I love you, Cappy.
No, I love it. Because here's the
right,
thing.
Bergie? Listen to what's going on between these guys.
There
now
was
they're
once
fighting.
a time where George didn't even was like, oh, YouTube, and now he's literally using YouTube to fight me, which I love. He's engaging with YouTube. This is amazing. I'm sending an email after the show to all the higher ups of like, this was a banner day, and of course I'll take credit for it. So it's
Naturally
great.
you will.
Yeah,
Of course. We're watching on YouTube right now Kershaw coming out of the bullpen. Then you see Sandy Koufax there cheering for him. Yay, Clayton. Yay, Clayton. And then I don't know if anybody has any video of Sandy Koufax when they finally got Kershaw out of there, you know?
Yeah.
Is there any, like, maybe Sandy was like, boo.
Maybe we have video of Chris at Michael's. I'm sure he'd love to put himself up on the screen.
I wish there was video of me at Michael's on my knees thanking God.
Because what's the guy's name? Coleman? What's his name?
Which guy, Coleman?
The guy who tweeted you?
Oh, Dave Coleman. Yeah.
Yeah, like Dave Coleman. I mean, there is a little too much Chris, I would say. I mean, there is a lot of Chris to go around, but there's too much, I would say, occasionally.
There will be even more when you miss the show tomorrow. Or is it Friday
I'm
you're
not
missing?
the show tomorrow.
Oh, you're doing the show on Friday?
Yeah, I don't know. You should check your group text.
Okay. So then there will be even...
Maybe he has it muted.
I don't have it muted. Tell us about our friends at Prize Picks.
I mean, I can if you want me to, but, you know, I mean, since you say I put my feet up, you know, I chose not to.
I don't think I said you put your feet up. You said you put your feet up.
See what's going on
you implied that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't, actually. But
you
tell us
said
about
I
our
do
friends
less
at
shows, which is not true.
You did less shows in afternoons, is what I said.
No, you said on this show, we moved to this show so I could do less shows, but which is completely factually inaccurate. But go ahead, do your little bit.
I said, tell us about our friends at
Do
Prize
your little
Picks.
bit. Do your little bit. Do your little bit.
Do you not want to tell us about our friends at Prize Picks?
Can we do Prize Picks there?
I've only been asking for it for the last 30 seconds.
I'm just asking because since you're in charge, it is the Chris show according to Coleman over there.
Okay.
So I just
David
want to make
Coleman.
sure if we'll have time to do Prize Picks here.
We won't.
Well, go ahead.
All right, well, Prize Picks is the place to be if you want sports action in the state of California, Cappy. All right, it's very simple. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Your first $5 lineup, okay, gets you a $50 lineup bonus, okay? And it's very simple to play Prize Picks. There is a projection on every player imaginable, in every sport imaginable, and you go more or less on that projection. For a quarterback, it would be touchdowns or yardage, let's say. You go more or less on the particular projection. For a pitcher, it could be strikeouts, right? You go more or less on that. You bundle a couple together, Cappy, and you can win cold, hard cash.
Do you realize that 2 nights ago, I told you I took the Taco Tuesday discount on the Florida Panthers goalkeeper, Sergei Bobrovsky? And the Taco Tuesday discount was he needed to have 17.5 saves, but you could only play it as more. He got to 17. Otherwise, I hit on everything. Cal Raleigh hitting a home run, Aaron Judge hitting a home run, Kopitar from the Kings getting an assist, and last night it was Connor McDavid with more than 1.5 assists. I had a $20 5-pick flex play to win $780, but because the Taco Tuesday discount didn't hit for me, I went 4 for 5, and my $20 play won me $45. Now, last night, I decided to try and go for all home runs. Cal Raleigh, Aaron Judge, Trent Grisham, Kyle Schwarber, Mookie Betts, and Shohei Ohtani. And the only guy who came through for me was Kyle Schwarber. But it was a $5 flex play, George, to win $1,800. So to try and take the risk to win $1,800 on a mere $5, everybody should want to make that play. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Make your first $5 lineup and get $50 in lineups instantaneously in your account on Prize Picks.
Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
8:26, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Torta Thursday.
Torta Thursday.
Radio Tinder is next with producer Lindsay Baseball. We're back in 3.5 minutes from right now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Smile, it's Thursday, sucker, and Kershaw choked again.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
East Central Hotel, the official downtown home away from home for Cappy and Morales. EastCentralHotel.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Right now, for a limited time, get 1.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson or the Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end November 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
John Ireland for Blue Ice Vodka. Blue Ice's double espresso crafted with Arabica coffee makes the perfect espresso martini. Just shake with ice and pour. Soft, smooth, and delicious. Blue Ice Vodka, because taste matters.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you expect your insurance company to be there for you, but often they look for ways to underpay your claim. If you're feeling abandoned, pushed to use low-rated contractors, or ignored after years of loyalty, we protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for. Contact Avner Gatt, one of California's largest public adjusting firms. Visit avnergatt.com or call 818-917-5256. With a team that has the industry's know-how, including experience from the insurance side, Avner Gatt is ready to fight for you. With over 20 years of experience, they offer a free initial consultation and have the largest network of experts to evaluate your damages. Remember, size, experience, and expertise matter. Don't let your insurance company leave you in the dark. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, or visit avnergatt.com today. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
Looking for paint that actually lasts? Vista Paint delivers expert quality, rich color, and pro-trusted durability, backed by over 60 years of experience. From your home to your next big project, we've got you covered. Vista Paint, since 1956.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
I guess if you say so, I'll have to pack my things and go.
8:30, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Torta Thursday. On this day back in 1961, the number one hit, Ray Charles, hit the road jack. But this is a stereo version, so I only get one side. That's why it kind of sounds weird. I should have gotten the mono version. You ever had mono, Cappy?
Thank goodness I have not had mono.
Sedano, is Sedano there? You ever had mono?
I've never had mono.
What is mono anyway?
I had it once for like a year.
What is
No way.
I'm tired all the
It's
time.
Mononucleosis.
Make-out
That's
disease.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's what they say, right?
Yeah.
Well, you get it from making out?
You get it from, that's like the only way I guess you can like transfer it, I think.
Is making out.
Yeah. That's why they call it that. Remember it was a
Wow.
big deal when one of the football players, who was it? One of the quarterbacks had it and everyone made fun of him because of it. I think it might have been Zach Wilson.
Oh, yeah,
Wilson
but
did a
that's
lot of
mom.
stuff.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
he kissed the mom, right?
Yeah.
No, his mom's friend had mono,
that's
apparently.
what happened.
He didn't just kiss her.
The virus spreads by saliva.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
beautiful.
Sucking faces.
Cappy, no sucky.
No,
Radio Tinder
and-
time.
Listen, you got to be careful. You might give Sua. Oh, Sua, I'm going to give you mono. When you eat that shrimp out of my mouth, Sua.
Oh, yeah, we never talked about that, but we don't have time now. We'll get to that at some point. Time for Radio Tinder. We like to play a TV theme. And on this day, let's see here. Back in 1982, the 400th episode of Soul Train aired. And, of course, this is the theme song from Soul Train.
Oh, yeah.
And the title of this song that was the theme from Soul Train, TSOP, the sound of Philadelphia, like the sound of the Phillies, cracking Creighton Kershaw again. Oh, so good. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget our sponsor for Radio Tinder, the Crazy Hernandez Brothers, where they got the morning wood, the hardwood. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-624 or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. By the way, that Jazz misplay there, oh, that was rough. If I'm a Yankees
Yeah, I was
fan,
watching that too.
Yeah, if I'm a Yankees fan, I'm like, cut the guy, cut him.
Especially because he's so freaking moody about everything. It's like,
know.
bro, make your plays.
Right, chill out. All right, speaking of moody.
What,
I don't
you
know
going
if
to
this-
mention something about Morales now?
Oh, come on. Keeping it light here. Cleansing the palate. So, do you remember, I think it was Monday, we talked about Taylor Swift's new album, The Life of a Showgirl, and her song that she wrote called Wood, which is, all the innuendos about Travis Kelce. So Travis Kelce and his brother Jason had their podcast, the New Heights podcast, and they brought it up yesterday on their show. And here's what Travis's brother Jason had to say about it.
Wood, great soundtrack. How do you feel about Wood? Let's ask this. How do you feel about Wood?
It's a great song.
It's a great song?
Yeah.
Do you feel like, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Do you feel cocky? Do you feel cocky about the song Wood?
No. Any song that she
That's
references me
That's
in
not just
is
any song. This is a very specific you.
I love that girl. So what do you mean? Any song that she would reference me in any
Well, it's not
way
just you,
or
though.
form.
It's an appendage. It's not just you as a... It's a very specific thing.
I think you're not understanding the song.
You're out of your mind. Jesus Christ, Travis, come on. Redwood tree ain't hard to see. I thought redwood was a little bit, that's a generous word.
Very generous,
I think.
I'm sure.
I think if somebody wrote a song about me, it'd be like, Japanese maple sometimes can see.
Japanese maple.
I have more of an ornamental tree. My is more of an ornamental bush.
So I wanted to ask you guys, would you, if you're engaged to like the biggest superstar in the world, like would you want a song like this written about you?
I mean, listen, if you're him, you are riding high. There's no question right now. Like there is no. I mean, because Cappy, I would say that men, particularly, anything that is something that would be considered
appendage related.
Yes, I was trying to think of a more of a delicate way of saying it. I would say, especially in a positive light, would be something that I think most men would encourage and certainly be proud of. Right? Is that a fair way to put it?
It's very fair, but at least you have Jason there to say, "Hey, look, I mean, what she's saying in the song." And I just want to tell everybody, I've not heard the song. But I've heard all the talk about what it is, what it's about.
You heard it. We played it on Monday, Cap.
No, I know, but only a little bit. But the generosity that Jason is talking about, I'm kind of with him on that. Because every guy in that locker room, every brother in that locker room going to be like, damn, dog. Really? Really? I mean, they're going to all take the lyrics. They're all going to be looking, and listen, that's just the way we are. We're all going to now compare ourselves. And, George, I don't know about you. No, it's true. And any guy in a locker room, any guy who's ever spent any time in a locker room knows exactly what I'm talking about.
But still, like, the entire world is like, whoa, Taylor Swift's saying this is about you. Hey, good job on you.
Oh, wait till this weekend. Wait till there are still shots from the game where there are, like, shots of... exactly. Where there are still shots of Kelsey Schwanz.
Man, you thought that the Taylor references on camera were too much. Now you're really going to think there's too much.
Schwanz cam?
It's just like the nose cam on Cappy.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I'm going to tell you guys this right now. If she wrote a song about me, what was the tree she referenced?
The redwood tree.
The redwood
Ain't hard
tree.
to see.
Yeah, I think she'd be looking at me and talking about like one of those long, skinny Italian cypress kinds of trees. You know what I'm saying?
Cypress.
Like I'm not getting the redwood. I can tell you that right now.
More Japanese maple?
Kind of that sort of a thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I wish I was the redwood, but Hebrew brother.
I think you were going to go into Shohei Ohtani there for a second.
Shohei
you do that little
Ohtani.
The sucking in of the teeth in that scenario.
Shohei Ohtani.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias to you.
Yeah.
Oh, you got one more one?
Another one?
I do. I was actually going to ask you guys about. I know that since I'm a Browns fan, and I've often,
By the way, Parker, great job with the redwood.
Parker,
picture.
amazing.
Job.
No,
Good
not
job.
redwood, cypress.
Well, he had both.
He had to Google that one.
Oh,
huh?
very nice job, Parker, on the YouTube.
So, I don't want to ever oversaturate, the Cleveland talk, but they had been talking a lot about Shedeur Sanders and the fact that now that Joe Flacco is gone, everyone's assuming that he's going to be the backup. However, Kevin Stefanski said yesterday that he basically danced around it and was very off-putting when they asked about Shedeur being the backup. So I want to play really quick what he said in his press conference when asked about him.
Well, first I'd tell you is the Joe trade took us by surprise. That was not something that we saw coming. They called us, and it happened very fast and happened not too long ago. So still working through all roster type of things. I always have to be mindful of our players and our players' development, and I want to make sure that I'm always doing what's best for our players and, of course, our team. But with young players, I'm always thinking about last week making the change to Dylan. You have to think long and hard about that because these are young players that you're so invested in their development. So I'll let the week play out and make a decision later on that.
So do you think it's weird that he didn't name Shedeur the backup right there?
Weird.
Weird? Tell you right now.
There's not another quarterback on the roster.
He was breathing hard in that thing.
He was very stressed out.
Dude, they hate him. Seriously, Stefanski
It is
hates
the
him.
dumbest thing in the world. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're making yourself look so bad if you're Kevin Stefanski and the Browns. First of all, I don't buy for one bleeping second that you didn't know that Joe Flacco was going to be traded, okay?
If that's the case, and you're the head coach of the team, like,
you're in
bro,
trouble.
really?
Yeah.
They don't tell you anything?
Yeah. You're in
Then,
trouble.
right, that speaks volumes as to what they think of you. So, like that. So I don't buy that for a second, all right? Number two, I guess they were going to add Bailey Zappi or whatever. Bailey Zappi.
Yeah, he's on the practice squad.
Yeah, but he's got some experience. I mean, much more than Shedeur does, that's for sure.
He does.
But still, what's the point?
So I get it, but like
they don't think he can play.
Well, and then
trade
get rid of him.
Yeah,
get rid of him.
Right.
Then get rid of him.
But I think the owner is such a meddler. And, you think of Jerry Jones as being a guy who meddles too much. Nobody knows who the owner of the Browns is, but that guy's got his fingers way too deep into the football side of that organization.
Yeah. I would say just get rid of him, trade him, release him, do whatever you want. Let him be on the open market. Someone will bring him in, and then be done with it. And then let that, because you're lying to us. First of all, I don't believe the thing about you didn't know about the trade. Second of all, you're saying you're doing what's in the best interest of all your players. You're not, because you're not doing what's in the best interest of that kid at all. Right? You're not instilling any confidence in him if he does have to play in a game. And you're really just making this more of a circus if you're Kevin Stefanski.
And you know what, though, George? But think about this. You ready? Like, how many teams can you think of in your life where the starting quarterback is a rookie and the backup would be a rookie? At least with Bailey Zappi,
I mean, you have to go back to RG3 and Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure that they were 1-2 on the depth chart at the beginning of the season. I don't remember it well enough. But I'll just say this, that Bailey Zappi has played NFL football games for the New England Patriots. Yeah. So I agree that having two rookie quarterbacks as your starter and your backup is not good for your whole team. But this ongoing dialogue about Shedeur, who was and still is a third-string quarterback, there's got to be something that they know that we don't know as to why they don't like him as a player.
Okay,
and
then
if I had to guess,
but that's it.
Guess,
my theory is that if you don't like the player, move on.
Right, but you want to know what here's my theory. The reason they don't like him is because he was crammed down on them by the owner.
Okay, so then move on.
Right, but they can't because the owner won't let them, is my guess. And by the way, how would you like to be Joe Flacco and be 40 years old and be traded within the division
twice,
and now you're starting for Cincinnati?
Right.
Like, wait, I just started for Cleveland, and then they benched me, and now I'm going to Cincinnati, the division rival, and I'm starting this week? Boy, you guys must be in a real crap situation. Yes, we are. That's right.
Anyway.
Goodness.
Right. Thank you, Lindsay, for Radio Tinter, brought to you by Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net, 866-622-4 and 841. Sedano tells about our friends at Cadillac of Beverly Hills.
Yep, our partnership with our great friends at Cadillac of Beverly Hills, the nicest dealership in America. And listen, we know Cadillac. When was the last time you've driven one? Well, thankfully, I've been able to drive a couple recently thanks to our friends at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. I was in the Vistic earlier, which is like, for those that are not familiar with the Vistic, although I've seen a ton of them on the streets lately, so we know that they're becoming very, very popular. They're like almost like a mini Escalade is what I would describe it, and has all the features of an Escalade, and the technology is second to none. I'm sure, by the way, some of you have teens and they are in the driving mode now where they potentially could drive. Well, there is a teen driver mode in these cars where you can literally hit a button, and if your teen has to drive your car for whatever reason in one of these Cadillacs, it won't let them start the car if the seatbelt's not locked in, and it will not let them literally drive a mile over the speed limit. It is fantastic stuff. Obviously, the car drives like a dream, but now I'm in the Escalade IQ, the big daddy car, as I like to call it. Again, both all electric. And that's the new lineup of Cadillac, man. They've got EVs for you, obviously the sedans, the SUVs, but Cadillac defines luxury at the top of its game, and you can find them all at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. I am so excited to have this partnership with the great friends at Cadillac of Beverly Hills, because I'm driving these beautiful cars. I'm telling you, every time I go anywhere, whether it was with the Vistic or the Escalade IQ right now, everybody wants to see it. Everybody wants to be involved and just kind of take a look at the technology, look at the way it drives. They are beautiful vehicles. And when you get a Cadillac, man, you know you've made it, okay? That is the name of the game. So go in and say hello to the incredible team at Cadillac of Beverly Hills with Dan and Tony and their crew. Check out their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard. Get yourself in one of those beautiful Cadillacs at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Again, 8767 Wilshire Boulevard, or check them out on the web, CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
By the way, special shout-out, George, to Cadillac of Beverly Hills, now part of our LA Kings broadcast. So you can hear Sedano talking about Cadillac of Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
You hear Sedano talking about the Vistec and the Escalade all throughout the Kings broadcast. Vistic throughout the Kings broadcast, which is absolutely beautiful. Kings, a big win last night over the Golden Knights. Their first win of the season.
1-1.
1-1, Jack. 8:44. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, our final terrestrial segment coming up in about 3.5 minutes, and then we will have the YouTube hour at 9 a.m. right here. Smile. It's a Torta Thursday, and Kershaw sucks again, Jack.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Here's Travis Rogers.
The Los Angeles Rams are looking to get back on the high side of things. They go to Baltimore to take on the 1-4 Ravens. The Rams looking to pick up their 4th win of the season. They come in at 3-2. 3-2, perhaps a little surprising considering just how good their veteran quarterback has been this season. Matthew Stafford being absolutely awesome in his 37th year, already completing passes at a higher rate than his career average. So far this season, 67%, 64% lifetime. He already has 11 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions, and of course the big one to Tutu Atwell that was the big difference against the Indianapolis Colts. Matthew Stafford at the top of the list for yardage in the NFL. Big reason for that, Puka Nacua, who is also number 1 in receiving yards at the top of the list. With Thursday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Powered by ZipRecruiter. Looking for your next great hire? Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
You know that old saying, you can have it fast or you can have it good? When it comes to hiring, ZipRecruiter has put that saying to bed. Because with ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast and you get the best person for your job. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology immediately starts showing your job to the right candidates. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Hey guys, it's producer Lindsay, and this football season, it's time to celebrate game day with Stella Rosa wines. From tailgates to touchdowns, Stella Rosa brings the flavor and excitement with your chance to win a trip to a major football game on January 1st. Prizes include game tickets, airfare, and hotel accommodations, all covered by Stella Rosa. Sip, cheer, and celebrate all season long. Enter now at stellarosa.com/tailgate2025. Must be 21 years of age or older. Please enjoy responsibly.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text BILL to 231231 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text BILL to 231231. That's BILL to 231231. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
I just wanted to inject all that passion and energy.
Yeah. George Sedano.
Are you ready to say this thing is a complete disaster?
Scott Kaplan.
Yeah.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
$8:47, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Thursday. Happy birthday. We lost him back in 1980. This man, John Lennon. Also, today is National Moldy Cheese Day.
Ew.
By the way, Mason and Ireland coming up at noon.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. Jeez.
It's also International Beer and Pizza Day.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good immediately.
And on this day in 1988, Nintendo released Super Mario Brothers 2 in the U.S. I didn't get my first Nintendo till like 1990, I think 90. My parents wouldn't let me have one.
Well, that was smart.
Mine were like that too, but then we finally got a Sega when Sega came out.
And
That
the
was our
hedgehog
first
was running around?
Mm-hmm.
I still got the hedgehog, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Except he's not as fast for you these days.
No.
Hey, by the way, today's the birthday. Let's make sure that hedgehog is.
Although I will say earlier, before the show, I had to sprint from one side to the other, and I haven't run that fast since like I was 13, and my heart didn't hurt at all.
No, were you out of breath?
Not at all.
All right.
They tuned me up over there at Providence Hospital.
I guess so. So I have a question for everybody here. I would like everybody to make a prediction. Okay.
Yeah.
Do the Dodgers get it done? That's the first part of the prediction. And the second part of the prediction is, if the answer is yes, who is the guy today who actually steps up and makes something happen? Because Kyle Schwarber yesterday, he stepped up. Trey Turner for the Phillies, he stepped up. Bryce Harper, yes, there was a base running blunder, but still stepped up. Those guys had to step up. So now the Dodgers need one of, if not multiple of their guys who are also highly paid and highly decorated. They got to step up. So I'll ask it to you, Mr. Host of the Blue Review.
Yes, sir.
Do the Dodgers get it done today, and who steps up?
I do think they get it done today, and if it has to be Glasnow on the pitching side that gets it done. He has to be good. He has to go at least 7 innings. So I'm going to pick a 3-0 win, and I think that Shohei snaps out of it, gets a home run, and they win 3-0.
All right, George. What do you think about Bergie's prediction here? What do you think about that prediction? It's a Glasnow pitching performance with an Ohtani hitting performance.
It has to be, or they lose. By the way.
Okay. All right. Georgie, what do you say?
What do you mean it has to be or they lose? What do you mean by that?
Glasnow has to be good. He has to hold them down.
No. Yes, I would agree with that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
George, do they
I
win
don't
today?
think they. I don't think they win today.
Okay.
I think we're going to Philly again.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think Glasnow makes it 7.
Okay.
And if he, it's the only way, to Bergman's point. I agree with Bergman's point that it's the only way they win the game. But I don't think he gets that far.
I'm going to go opposite direction here.
You're going to say they tie? I don't think that's possible.
No, I don't see it unless the commissioner gets involved.
Dodgers, one person is Phillies. You're going opposite. I don't know which opposite.
Unless the commissioner gets involved.
I don't know if that's possible to go opposite. Yes.
I'm going to say I think the Dodgers win this game today. Mm-hmm. I think the Dodgers wrap this series today. Yeah. And I think
I hope I'm wrong.
I think the star of this game, I think the guy who comes up huge for the Dodgers today is Will Smith. There's something about Will Smith and the way he was hurt at the end of the year and the way he's been working his way back in. And last night, 2 strikeouts, but he did get a hit. There's something in my gut that tells me that it's not going to be Shohei, and it's not going to be Freddie, and it's not going to be Mookie, and not going to be Teoscar. Although, by the way, shout out to Teoscar Hernandez. He actually caught 2 balls yesterday in the outfield. So congratulations to him, because I think he's one of those guys that, like, when you see a bullpen pitcher coming out, you're like, oh, no. When the ball is hit out to right field, you're like, oh, God, come on, please. Catch. Oh, thank God he caught it. I think Will Smith today. Will Smith comes up big, and the Dodgers win. Anybody else want to jump in here? We've got 2 for the Dodgers winning and 1 for the Dodgers losing. Christopher, with all of your Kershaw anger today, what do you think happens?
So I was editing something. Let's go Phillies to win and make it real scary, but Dodgers win ultimately.
Okay.
In 5.
Right. In 5. Baseball, I mean, this is right in your wheelhouse, girl.
I mean, I think they're going to win today. Like, that's just, they have to. Because if they don't, they're in big trouble. They're going back to Philly. I don't know. I think that might be tough. They might lose in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Game 5, yep.
Okay.
My prediction.
Jorge Briones, you got the last vote here.
Okay, no, I think they're going to win today, and I think Max Muncy's going to step up. I think Max Muncy does it again.
Man, they need to.
Yeah.
Max Muncy had a great comment last night after the game, and the media was peppering him with, you know, the disappointment of what happened and Kershaw's failures and the error that he wasn't able to collect that ball. That, you know, it was a chopper, but a guy of Max Muncy's caliber should make that play 99 out of 100 times. And then there was the throw at third base that went over and runs scored. Muncy actually had a great comment, and he said, once you take the uniform off, the game and everything that happened in the game, it's over. That's it. Uniform comes off, everything that happened in that game, all of the failures, all of the blow-ups, all of their home runs, it all is over. And that is a really great way to put yourself in the right mindset of, hey, I took off the jersey, I took off the jockstrap, bro, and last night's game is now over. So I think these guys, I think they come out tonight, and I think they get this series win tonight.
It's going to be tough. Christopher Sanchez is really
He's really good, man.
Yep.
His ERA is like 2.5. Like, he's really good.
And he shoved against them on Saturday in Game 1. So they've seen him 4 times this year. I just wonder what they're going to do with Will Smith. He was your guy, Cappy, that you're calling out.
Mm-hmm.
So in Game 1, they had Ben Rortvedt start and had Will Smith come in later. Do they do that same thing? And also, Muncy usually isn't starting against lefties right now. So does it go back to your lineup that you put out there on Saturday, or do you put your big guns in there and have Muncy and Smith in the entire time?
I would go with the guys that got me here. And not just this year, but the guys who are the heart and soul type guys of my team. I put Tommy Edman in that category. I put Max Muncy in that category. I certainly put Will Smith in that category. There are obvious guys in Freddie and Mookie and Shohei. Those are your obvious guys. But your heart and soul guys are guys like Muncy and Will Smith and Tommy Edman, who did come up big last night with a home run. Tommy Edman. So I'm looking for heart and soul guys today to get it done.
Well, let's see if the heart and soul guys join us in the YouTube chat with the Mongrels, if they've got enough heart and soul to get in there with the Mongrels.
It's tough. That's a tough crowd. That's a very tough crowd.
Listen, you got to have thick skin.
Real
they're
thick.
calling Chris Jabba the Tortong.
Oh, I like that, actually.
Well, it is Torta Thursday.
And by them, I may have actually started.
The Rams.
By them, I mean me.
The Rams are coming off this Thursday night loss to the Niners in time to get ready for the Ravens and the trip to Baltimore on Sunday. Get set for kickoff tonight with Rams All Access at 6 p.m. on ESPN LA, hosted by the voice of the Rams, JB Long, and Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr. And you can listen on demand on the all-new ESPN LA app, Rams All Access, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Eisen coming up, and we're to YouTube, Jack.
Don't sit on the sidelines if you've been injured in an accident. Hey, it's Travis, and at Normand Legal, Joseph S. Normand and his team are ready to go full contact for your case. They'll rush the defense, tackle the insurance companies, and drive it all the way into the end zone to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the winning team now at 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Don't fumble your future. Your recovery is their priority. Call Joe now and score a touchdown with Normand Legal.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Hey, it's Mace. BetterHelp therapists have helped over 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. Moments in therapy like the right question, a safe space to cry, a small win can change lives. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who've helped millions of people take a step forward. BetterHelp can help you get started on that journey. Our fans get 10% off their first month BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen.
And ESPN LA is the new home of the Rich Eisen Show in the Southland.
When McCarthy threw that pick six, I just popped on, and the number of people are like, it's amazing what happens when Colin Stallion's not on the sideline. I went in people's feeds that I barely speak to.
You were like, hey, troll.
I did actually say troll to somebody. The home of USC football, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, 710 ESPN, and always on the new ESPN LA app.
Come out for a day of golf and fun and support the men and women who fight for our freedom. On Tuesday, November 11th, the Pacific Palms Resort in the City of Industry will play host to the 2025 Land of the Free Foundation Veterans Day Golf Classic. All proceeds from the tournament will go directly to the charities who support the men and women of our armed forces. For more info on the tournament, please visit landofthefreefoundation.org or call 562-833-4361. That's landofthefreefoundation.org.
If your AC breaks down, call NextGen, the official AC plumbing and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. For a limited time, receive a free no-ozone air purifier with any new system installation. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. CSOB number 1011173.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York. The holiday season is here, and businesses are hiring for all kinds of seasonal roles. From haunted corn maze staff to real bearded Santas, skilled, experienced workers are in high demand and hard to find. Whether you're hiring for one of these roles or any other role, the best way to find the perfect match for your role is on ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's matching technology works fast to find top talent. No wonder it's the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
Losing 3 players to that spot in the order. That ball's hit well into deep left center field. And this is going to fly out of here. JT Realmuto and his first home run of this division series. He's made it 4-1 Phillies.
The Sedano and Kap morning show is on the air.
The 3-run fourth. And now Schwarber, a high towering fly ball. That one is deep. Hernandez will watch it fly. It's another bomb. Kyle Schwarber has done it again. And the Phillies have busted it wide open here in the 8th. Second homer of the game for Schwarber. 8-1 Philadelphia.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
A little sabor? Give me a freaking break. Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks. You're the widow on the radio. Giant Mexican, horn section.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
You want to lay in bed together and watch the show?
Hi, it's Troy Santiago, the Spanish voice of your Los Angeles Rams. And it's a Torta Thursday. right here on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
Hey, good morning. What's up, LA?
What's up, LA?
Yeah. What's up, LA?
Torta Thursday.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right now.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit Boy.
It's a Torta Thursday with Sedano and Kap.
Yeah. 9:02 and 30 seconds. Whack, whack. Good morning, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Where's the bullhorn?
It's in my office.
How much is a bullhorn? We'll just buy you another one.
I know, but that one means a lot to me. It's a very special bullhorn.
All right.
Can't mean that much if you left it in one of your two
I was just going to
offices.
say,
No, it's protected. It's in my office, man.
It's made an appearance for like 2 or 3 days, and then you left it already?
Well, I've
you
decided
do a show
that
out of multiple places. Why don't we just have multiple bullhorns?
You know, it's not a bad idea. It's not a terrible idea.
But why is it so special?
Oh, that one was given to me by one of our former great listeners, a guy by the name of Casper Villa, who has left our fraternity. He is no longer in Phi Beta Kappa.
We got to ramp up the Phi Beta Kappa thing. We
Yeah.
need to do that.
I'm in his fantasy league, actually.
Why did he leave Phi Beta Kappa? That story for another day?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of this.
I mean, he tried to shank Morales one
Yeah,
day.
that is true. Yeah.
That's what it was.
I didn't remember that.
And by the way, many people wish he would have been successful now that I think about it.
He tried to shank Morales / that's when Morales, he actually told him, he goes, I'm not really trying to shank you. It's just a bit.
Right. And that,
well played.
you know what? Good on him. I wish, you know what?
Right.
Good on him. That actually is the way it should happen.
Right. I need to get him back into Phi Beta Kappa. We'll make an exception and bring him back. Well, because a lot of times once you leave, that's it. We don't want you anymore. You don't want us. We don't want you. But
he tried to get me like Billy Blanco got Carlito at the end.
Yeah. Remember me?
Yeah, you remember me? What was her name? The actor?
Gail.
Gail. That's what I...
Wait, was that the same time as the ice skating rink? Is that when it happened?
Yeah, the ice skating rink day.
the ice skating rink, yeah.
When
It was
Cappy,
just a bit, bro.
When Cappy went out there, it was a gazelle on the ice.
Hey, Chris, when you and I were at the Kings game on Tuesday night, and I saw all those scrapers out there, I saw all those ice scrapers. I went, dude, that's what I want to do. I want to be an ice scraper. And then last night, we were talking earlier today about text messaging each other.
Yeah.
Rachel bought this thing called a scraper to try and scrape something off of her windows. And I saw it sitting in the box, and I opened it up, and I was like, wait, we have a scraper?
Did you get the picture to Parker so you put it up?
Parker does have the picture.
Oh.
There is a scraper. And then this morning when I was going back over highlights from, there it is. There's the scraper right there. There it is. It's multifunctional, Chris, so you could use it for a variety of things.
Like what?
I don't know, but it's
the
multifunctional.
Blade, it's the scraper, it's the blade. It's,
Yeah.
you can do all kinds of stuff.
But then I was re-listening to, and I was watching some of the highlights this morning from the Dodger game last night. And when I heard it's Brian Anderson, who I think is on the call. I think he's very good, by the way.
Brian Anderson is excellent.
Yeah, I don't really.
What's his background, George? Like, where does he come from?
Well, he's been the Brewers guy forever. He's
really?
He was. I mean, he doesn't do as much Brewers as he used to, but he was the Brewers guy forever. With him and Euchre used to split time. When they both did the Brewers, and then Bob was then eventually strictly on radio. You may remember. So Brian was the TV voice for a long time. He was also the Spurs guy for a long time on TV for a good amount of time. He was on the NBA. He's been on Turner Sports forever. He was on their NBA package.
Yeah, that's what I always think of him.
Ian Eagle and Kevin Harlan. Yeah.
I always
but
think of
baseball
him
is his first real gig and love.
I didn't know that, and I thought of him as more of a basketball guy.
Oh no.
Yeah,
no,
and I didn't know
quite the
everything you
opposite.
just said. And I was like, gosh, this guy, for a basketball guy, man, he is a really good baseball announcer. But there was that one part last night. I know we're all sitting here watching the ice skating scraping that was going on. Great poll. Great poll by Parker as we're watching this here on the YouTube. And look at Mason. Mason is just so scared. And then Mace and Chris are trying to hold on to each other. And oh, look, Mace. Mace is making his way around that ice skating ring. Not a scraper, but standing up.
By the way, Dr.
was like
Cappy
was like Christy Yamaguchi out there.
Oh, it was amazing. And of course, he didn't tell us
Brian
any of that.
Boitano.
Yeah. So I kind of
and he was spinning around.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
I sort of sandbagged him a little bit.
And now he's convinced the Kings and Mike Altieri, the great Mike Altieri, that he's going to go out there and be a scraper.
Yeah. And so that's the thing about Brian Anderson last night during the broadcast. There's this one moment when Schwarber hits his second home run, and he starts screaming about how he hit these multiple scrapers. And as soon as I heard that, I said, well, that is just a gift for Morales. Jorge, you got the scraper call?
Kyle Schwarber, who started the scoring with a home run in the fourth, with a roof scraper to right, this time a wall scraper, but it drives home 2 more, and it's 8-1 Phillies.
We got to have Brian on and do a highlight for us.
I think I have his number.
Cappy hit a scraper in Morales, then went wall scraper.
Yeah, I mean, roof scraper, wall scraper, and then, I mean, that's why, there are different varieties of scrapers. And,
I could probably get Brian's number.
Brian
I don't have it.
I'll tell you, last night when I got home, after a 3-hour holding it scraper on the train that hit somebody, I wonder if Dr. Robert Clapper's ever been on a train that hit somebody, and what happens to the human body when a train hits them at 50 miles an hour.
Let's not talk about that. That's awful.
Horrible.
The great Dr. Robert.
Faces of death all of a sudden? Like, what are we doing here?
Good God.
I don't think there was any face left, actually. That train hit them. I don't know.
Do you remember those videos, Faces of Death?
Remember they had the little monkey in the box on the table, and they started hammering it, and then they cut it open and ate his brain. You guys remember that?
What are you saying?
Yeah,
I think that was
Faces of
Indiana
Death.
Jones, actually, you're talking about.
No, I'm telling you, Faces of Death, man. Any mongrels know what I'm talking about?
Not to be confused with the Pimp in the Box on the Jim Rome Show. Hey. Anyway, time for Dr. Robert Clapper, presented by our friends at Cedar Sinai. You can hear the Weekend Warrior Show Saturday mornings from 7 to 8 a.m. Dr. Clapper's on the line right now. Good morning, Dr. Clapper.
Good morning, Chris Morales. And yes, I remember vividly taking care of a guy who was running in between train cars in the subway in New York when I was at Columbia for medical school and fell in between those cars and had both his legs traumatically amputated, and we were assigned to try to put them back together. Terrible.
Oh, wow. This is taking a very dark turn. This whole, even the beginning of this with Dr. Clapper has taken a dark turn. Doc,
this is what I do.
I know, we do. Doc, George and I, we're going to play a little Dr. Clapper ping pong today, where we're just we're gonna throw a ton of injuries your way and get your opinion on them. I'll take the lead here, George, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Doc, I'm a huge fan of Coach Prime with Colorado. And he's had a lot of health issues here, and he revealed to everybody that he was having blood clot problems. And yesterday, or was it 2 days ago, had blood clot surgery, and then was right back on the practice field. So I guess I don't really understand what blood clots are and how you can recover so fast that you could be on the practice field the next day. Explain to us.
So blood clots can happen, Cappy, either on the artery side or the vein side. So George is very familiar with many of the NBA players that we've talked about in the past, Chris Bosh, I forgot who else recently, who had a blood clot. Yeah. That's in the vein. So you ready for a Clapper vision? Here's a Clapper vision to make it make sense. If you ever go to the Getty Museum on Sepulveda at night and you look at the 405 freeway, you're going to see red lights going in one direction, the rear lights of the cars, and then you're going to see the bright white lights of the other cars, northbound versus the southbound. Well, look at your arm right now. You've got a 405 freeway in your arm, and in the case of Prime, in his leg. You've got northbound and southbound. That's the artery and the vein. The car accident that causes the traffic to back up is trauma, okay? That's when we usually see a blood clot where the flow backs up and it causes pain and swelling. But what if there's no car accident? What if either the highway patrol, you know how they sometimes intentionally stop traffic, or in the case of the 405, 3 lanes become 2 lanes. It's just the way it's built. That's a congenital problem where there's a narrowing just because of the way the highway was built. That's Deion Sanders. He has a 3-lane to 2-lane problem in the artery, the southbound 405 in his leg, and that causes the pain, swelling. And back in 2021, he actually had to have surgery because it killed a lot of his muscles. It's called a compartment syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had toes amputated. He has a problem on the southbound side, which is the artery, not the northbound.
You get all that, George?
Yes, I did.
I just want to make sure you
and
understood.
I love the Getty Center
terrific
view as well, because I've been up there and I've seen that. So
yes.
that is an excellent visual.
And to answer your question, Cappy, what surgery, what procedure that he had that can allow – so when we're dealing with clots on the arterial side, we're not doing a bypass. What's a bypass? You build Sepulveda Boulevard. So in other words, you can have a road that goes beyond outside. That's what a graft would be, beyond the freeway. But that does not work for Deion Sanders' problem. What he has is you literally pass a catheter down the highway, blow up a balloon, and pull backwards, and you literally pull the jackknife truck out back the other way, and that frees up the traffic. So he had the balloon procedure, pulling the clot out without having to do any kind of bypass or other major surgery. That's why he could be back so quickly.
Wow. Okay. Well, he was back out there yesterday, boy. I'll tell you that.
Dr. Clapper, let me ask you, sticking to football, but more local, the Chargers, Omarion Hampton, their star rookie running back who they drafted in the first round, placed on injured reserve due to an ankle injury. Now, Jim Harbaugh did not disclose the precise nature of the injury, but the fact that they put him on IR, which is a minimum of 4 games that he has to miss, makes me believe that ankle injury was pretty darn serious, especially considering he was in a walking boot right after the game. How serious does an ankle injury need to be that he has to take a month off?
I love this, George, because you're an AAD now. I'm giving you a degree. You are also a doctor. You're exactly right, because a simple low ankle sprain, you're not going to be out. Kobe never missed a game with his ankle sprain. Remember what it looked like an eggplant when he took a picture of it on Instagram? So you're exactly right. When you now have to go on injured reserve, you got to be put in a walking boot. You start to think, is it a high ankle sprain or is there a bone contusion going on? So, yeah, whatever the diagnosis is, to be out for 4 games, that's a big one. And will he come back 100%? That is the million-dollar question, and I'm suspicious. The beauty is he's so young. So for that reason, I think he'll be able to come back quickly. But you're right. Because of the boot and being immediately put on injured reserve, that is not the run-of-the-mill simple ankle sprain.
Nope. And now the Chargers have their 2 top tackles, and these guys are big time. These guys are star tackles. They're both gone. Now their top 2 running backs are both gone. So I guess all the Charger haters out there that are with me, you guys know what I'm about to say, which is go Miami Dolphins this weekend. Now, Dr. Clapper, the Rams.
Schadenfreude.
Right. The Rams are on the road this week. Actually, the Rams are on the road for the next 2 weeks because they're going to go to Baltimore, then they're going to go over to London. Doc, the Rams will face the Ravens, but Lamar Jackson has a hamstring strain. Certainly enough, when I hear strain, I think, oh, well, that's kind of a quickie versus a pull maybe or a tear, obviously. What can you tell us about a hamstring strain that would keep a running quarterback whose legs are critically important to him out of a game like this?
I bet. So I got a great Clapper vision. I just wonder if it's generational, that maybe people listening won't know what I'm talking about. But when I was a kid, we used to spin tops. So you take this cone-shaped device, wrap string around it, curl it around your finger, and then you'd throw it, and it would spin the top. Are you familiar with this? Does that make sense to people?
Yeah.
That the string, as you pull on the string, it spins the top at a high speed, and it basically goes at a certain RPM, and the top is spinning on its own. But it's because you wound it up with that string. Well, if you look critically, the string is basically wrapping around the top in a diagonal pattern as you wrap it around. Your hamstring is that string that's wrapped, and the top is your femur. So what he's done is he has not snapped the string in half. Otherwise, you can't do anything, right? He didn't completely tear his hamstring, good word for string, but what he did is fray it. It is not really a very good spinner of the top, if you will. It's too frayed. It's too beat up. And Lamar Jackson is not going to be the Lamar Jackson that we're used to seeing for quite a bit time, a few weeks at least. These are nasty injuries, and you take that away from his game, good on the Rams that were about to play Baltimore without Lamar Jackson.
Dr. Clapper, here's something that I thought was interesting. You know, I know the Lakers and Celtics are rivals, but I did see Jason Tatum on First Take last week. And he was a guest, and he said he's not ruling out a return to coming back to playing this season from an Achilles injury. You may remember in May, he went down. Do you buy that? Do you believe that that's possible, that he could return this season?
And the reason I buy it, George, is the hospital where I trained in New York. We took care of the Yankees. We took care of the Giants. It's called the Hospital for Special Surgery, HSS. And that's where all these guys are going for their Achilles tendon surgeries lately, particularly in the NBA, because they're going to one guy. His name is Marty O'Malley. And he doesn't do knees. He don't do hips. He just does foot and ankle. And he's the same guy who did Kevin Durant. I mean, everybody in the NBA who tears, they used to go to Dr. Anderson. He retired. Now they're going to Marty O'Malley. And Marty O'Malley said, I have never seen a person, forget about a player, recover this quickly from an Achilles tendon. And I think what it really shows is the value. I guess the best Clapper vision is for ever since man has been on Earth, to crack the 4-minute mile was impossible until one guy did it. And during that year even, it didn't even take a year, 3 guys cracked the 4. Like once you see that it can be done, it does something to our brain that the possible is a possibility. And I think that's what's happening now, that Jason Tatum sees Kevin Durant and sees his success. He's so motivated that look at the light at the end of the tunnel. I think the psychological aspect of sports medicine is now huge because we see what our technology can do that we couldn't do before.
Dr. Clapper, I'm having an issue with my tight ends on my fantasy football team. And the reason that my issue is so big is because I've got Mark Andrews of the Ravens, and he is just not the same player he once was. But my real starting tight end is Brock Bowers of the Raiders, and I can't get this guy back on the field. The injury is sprained PCL and bone contusion in the left knee. Doc, I desperately need this guy back on the field with those injuries. What am I looking at here?
You remember Puka Nacua had a sprained PCL last season. He's wonderful this season, but look how long, and there's nobody more strong and more determined as a football player. To me, the Rams should make Puka Nacua like Christian McCaffrey and make him the running back altogether, just like, and stop it with this Kyron Williams who keeps dropping the ball. But that, don't get me started. But that's the same injury. And the key, Cappy, is the bone bruise. It's not even the PCL injury because that's to the ligament. The fact that the bruising of the bone has taken place is really what's so maddening, and it hurts. And it's the anchoring of the ligament to the bone, and it's as though termites started to eat away the wood underneath the linoleum floor. It's weakening it. That needs to heal. You ain't going to see him back doing what he needs to do, and the defenses are going to notice. The Raiders are in trouble because they're now lacking a very good tight end, and I don't see him coming back to be 100% for a while.
Wow, George, you hear that? Linoleum flooring. You know who we better call on this injury?
Oh, yeah, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring,
exactly
who Dr. Clapper called recently about one of his studios. Yeah, exactly.
Is that true, Dr. Clapper?
I sculpt in marble in Manhattan Beach. I have a studio there, and Steve Hernandez, here's a shout-out, took very good care of me because of the great George Sedano. So thank you, George, for hooking me up.
And thank you. I love you both. So there you go. It's perfect synergy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Indeed. I mean, love for the Hernandez brothers. Love for Dr. Klappa.
Dr. Klappa, we love you, buddy. All right,
We
well,
sure
thank
do.
you for joining us as always. Thank you for all the great knowledge and information and the great Klapper visions. We will talk to you next week.
Can't wait. Thank you both so much.
See ya.
Thank you
So
to
much
Dr.
love.
Robert Klapper, the Weekend Warrior Show, Saturday morning, 7 to 8 a.m., brought to you by our friends at Cedar Sinai. I believe the big CY, Clinton Yates, is roaming around somewhere. He's going to jump in.
Cappy, let me ask you a question about your fantasy team. Not that anyone actually cares about anyone else's fantasy team, but I'm just genuinely curious. Who is your quarterback?
Okay. I wish you wouldn't have asked me that because it's going to make me look like a hypocrite.
Okay.
So Kyler Murray was my fantasy quarterback. I've decided to give up on Kyler Murray.
And you have?
Herbert.
Oh, my God. Really?
So do I, Cappy. I'm with you. I do, too.
How do you do that?
He's so good at fantasy. That's why.
He's actually been really bad the last few weeks.
Yeah,
No, the last 2 weeks because he's got nobody to block for him.
Yes.
And he's
Now,
got no
Chris,
running game.
But, Cappy, how do you do that after all the stuff you say about the Chargers?
So you guys know I play in this fantasy football league where you don't have a draft, you have an auction, right?
Yeah.
And I am
I
only
don't know how that feels, frankly, but go ahead.
And I'm only 2 years into this league, and I still don't really know how to play in it. So when each person gets to make a nomination of a player, and so in the first round, I say this in front of all these guys. I go, hey, guys, this is a player I would never have on my team. I would never have anybody from this organization on my team. So I'm nominating Justin Herbert, and I'm putting him up for auction at $20.
Herbert.
Every guy there laughed at me because they were like, $20? Justin Herbert's a $5 quarterback. Well, nobody bid on him, so I had to eat it. I took the $20. Herbert's my quarterback. I sat him on the bench for Kyler Murray, but Kyler Murray's so bad now, I'm like, you know what? I got no choice. I got to play Justin Herbert. So while I'm rooting for the Dolphins to win, I am rooting for Herbert to put up some numbers.
You are so conflicted. It's kind of
So
your life.
conflicted.
Yeah.
So conflicted. It's not a good place
well,
to
I was
be.
only going to ask you because generally what you want to do, like, for example, I had Brock Bowers as well in my fantasy team, but my backup tight end was Dalton Kincaid, and the reason I did that was because my quarterback is Josh Allen. So, like, I felt like, if Bowers gets hurt, I could always just put in Josh Allen's tight end, which makes a ton of sense. You try to, like, that way you can get a little double point action. You link up your tight end and your quarterback. So it's actually worked out. I've been still okay because Kincaid has played really well in Bowers' absence on my team. So
you want to know?
Josh Allen has thrown the ball down.
I had a similar thought process.
Who are the Chargers tight end is not someone they utilize very often, and Gadsden isn't really up to speed yet as a rookie.
No, and I had a similar thought process, George, because I was using Kyron Williams as my quarterback and Marvin Harrison Jr. is one of my starting wide receivers. And honestly,
Kyler Murray.
Who did I
say?
Kyron
Williams.
That's what I meant.
Cap,
Kyler Murray.
come on, man.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, not Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams is not going to be my quarterback.
And you were using McBride as your – did you have McBride on your team?
I did not have
tight
McBride.
end?
Nope, did not.
Oh.
All right, before we bring in the great Clinton Yates here, the NLDS is on the ESPN LA app. Here, MLB playoff baseball on the ESPN LA app starting at 3 p.m. with Dodgers-Phillies. Game 4, listen as the Dodgers try to finish off the Phils behind Tyler Gosnow. Then you could hear Cubs-Phillies directly after. Just hit the ESPN Radio Live Sports Tile for play-by-play from ESPN Radio. Be sure to recap the game tomorrow morning at 6:30 with the Blue Review on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. The MLB postseason on ESPN LA, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. Now, if we were to do a sports radio draft, wacky drafts, I would still, even though he's behaved poorly towards me today, I would still draft Sedano number 1.
God forbid someone actually behaves poorly towards you.
And I'd build around Sedano.
Oh.
And then I'd probably draft Cappy. But you know who I'm drafting third? The great Clinton Yates.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you. So I'm going, just so you guys know, in YouTube chat, calm down. I don't have a computer or a phone in front of me. I only really came because I have to charge my phone, and I might get a ride home later. So you can relax. But I got a question to ask you guys. I can't see you, so this is why I'm stating all of that.
Okay.
A topic came up on the program today, and this is one that Chris is very familiar with, about ghost romance and, like, the large genre of, like, books where people find themselves literally romantically involved with the supernatural. My question being, if this were a real thing in your life, do you think you could be romantically involved with a ghost?
With a ghost?
Wait, what?
I mean, soon we're going to be romantically involved with AI.
Like Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze is what you're saying?
Sort of, yeah. But like, there's a whole genre of like literature.
There is.
There it is.
Julian!
Where people are actually entertaining this idea. And a friend of mine brought it up and said they were reading a book in book club where there was like a ghost romance situation. They had a whole serious discussion about, could you do this if this were part of your life?
So let me ask you a question. The other day, Cappy and I were having lunch, and we were talking about AI and what it means for because we just had a big AI meeting with Craig Karmazin last week. And I said, well, soon, there's going to be people that are fine with having a AI partner.
Yeah. Similar.
And he pulled up a website that I didn't know existed called girlfriend.ai.
Right.
Oof.
And it was just women that you can select and then have conversations. And I'm like, for some people, that'll be fine because I guess you don't care that it's not a human.
You don't want a real person.
I guess.
No, Clinton, if you go to girlfriend.ai.
I will never be going to girlfriend.ai.
Well, you might want to check it out, just so you know. You might want to check it out. And here's why. Girlfriend.ai is actually less pathetic than having a relationship with a ghost.
You think so?
Oh, I do. I do.
think so?
And here's why.
Why? Is it because you can't show off the ghost? Like, what's your rationale there?
Here's my rationale. If I go to girlfriend.ai, and I'm going to go there right now, let me tell you something. I got a smorgasbord to decide from. I mean, I got them all. I got every kind of lady.
You're a bad guy, Cap.
Cap, I'm sure that you could literally design a girlfriend in AI.
You're also not taking into account the supernatural element here
of
what a ghost could get done, for lack of a better term. A ghost could be, you never know the talents of a ghost.
Well, but you also mentioned literary genre.
Yeah.
And that sounds like maybe something that I have to read. So, again, this whole ghost thing is a problem for me. Whereas girlfriend.ai seems much more convenient, and it seems like I've got a lot of choices.
Can your AI girlfriends read?
That's a good question. I don't know yet.
They probably can, and a lot faster than we can.
Yeah, I don't know yet.
What can the supernatural ghost girlfriend do?
I don't know. I mean, this is where we're exploring the space here. Because
how did this come up?
I had to think about it. I can't remember how it came up. I don't remember.
It is a great question.
But I thought to myself, imagine if you, anyway, this is a whole other discussion, perhaps for another channel on a different station.
Oh, no, I'm into it.
I just thought to myself, the logistics of what goes down with a ghost is fascinating to think about.
I'm looking at girlfriend.ai right now, and down at the bottom, they've got one of these things. Down at the bottom, it says this: Psst, want a cookie before we get personal? And then you can click a box that says okay, babe. Okay, babe.
So it's stealing your data at the same time?
Yes, 100%.
Oh, there's no question. It's definitely stealing your
flirts
data.
with you is what I'm saying. That's
you are
insane.
paying it to take your data, basically.
Wow.
I don't know, man. But Sophia Chen, she and I, maybe, I don't know.
The girl in the red
Carter,
dress, huh?
I'm not sure. Summer Riley. Wow.
I'm just saying, if you went on a cabin visit to some haunted mansion that you didn't know was haunted, and a ghost popped out and was like, Cappy, it's go time. You know what I'm saying? Are you saying no? Is it guess what I'm getting at?
Probably not. I'm just not really picky like that.
Okay.
If it's go time with a ghost, let's go.
Anyway,
ghost.
this is a concept that came up, George. If you're wondering
Let's go, ghost. Right.
Academic we were getting this morning on Clinton
Friend. Clinton,
yes.
let me tell you a topic that came up on our show today that perhaps you'd like to opine on. There's this little thing called the National League Division Series that's happening right now at Dodger Stadium.
Yes.
And this came up on our show sort of strangely today. What do you make of where the Dodgers and the Phillies are? Because the Phillies bats had been quiet in Philadelphia, and all their big guys came through yesterday. And the Dodgers bats, especially at the top of the order, they did not come through yesterday. And while one of us here, you can decide or guess who, has been beating up on Clayton Kershaw all day, let's not forget that Yamamoto left the game down 3-1. So what do you make of today's game between the Dodgers and the Phillies, Game 4?
I think the Dodgers are fine. I'm not particularly worried about them. The one concern that I expressed that a lot of people were jumping on me online about I'll never understand was the Ohtani concern, and he hasn't looked great at the plate this series at all. So that is my main concern as far as the Dodgers go. Everything else, I feel like, has been happenstance in the context of that's why you play the games. I'm not going to say they lucked out in the first game or the second game, but they were rather fortunate to leave there with 2 wins. And now that you're back in the situation, Bergie and I were talking about this a little bit before I came on. I don't think either one of these teams can beat the other 3 games in a row. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not particularly worried about the chances that the Dodgers still have just because they hung Kershaw out to dry, which separately is a whole separate discussion that I'll get to in a second. But, yeah, I wouldn't be particularly worried. This is what you play the games for. And if Ohtani can kick back in and really get himself going at the plate, I think they'll be fine.
All right, so then jump into that whole hung Kershaw out to dry thing because Chris has been having a field day. Do you know that he was in Michael's, the art supply store last night?
Well, it's a long story.
Like almost 9 o'clock at night.
I had to get balloons for Stephanie, and the only place you can get balloons now is Michael's, which Lindsay told me yesterday morning, and I remember that.
Oh, that's good.
So I left early to take the train to give me time. Then the train hit somebody. So I was stuck on the train for 3.5 hours.
Your grocery store doesn't have birthday balloons?
Not like to blow them up and wrap them and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's a good point.
Right.
But I was going back to Orange County, and my grocery store's in Orange County. I don't know which one. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So I stay in the car and watch the game cast for the 7th inning. And I'm like, Kershaw's actually going to pitch well. And everybody in our group chat is like, oh, yeah, Kershaw. And I was like, whatever. So I'm going to get it in. I'm going to get it hard tomorrow morning because they're going to come at me.
Sure.
Then I go into Michael's. And by the way, Michael's at 8:45 p.m. on a Tuesday night in Orange.
Gotta be a tough place.
Rough place.
Gotta be a sad
I thought I was going to walk out of there with hepatitis. I mean,
really?
it was tough.
Really?
So anyway.
Do they sell that there?
Maybe. That might be next to the fake foam that you
Behind
stick
the
stuff
counter.
in.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't think you need to buy it there.
Anyway, I'm doing the balloon. Then I get a text from Emily, and it's just an emoji, and I went, oh, my God. And I go to the Gamecast, and I get down on my knees in Michael's. It's a sticky floor. And I said, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Like Kurt Warner used to say.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus.
Because Clayton Kershaw did it again. Another playoff choke job.
Okay, so here's how this went for me. Here's how this went for me yesterday. When I saw him left out there for the 8th. By the way, that's hilarious. The idea of Morales on his knees in a craft shop is just funny on a lot of levels. Anyway,
him choking himself sounded funny too.
I could make money being on my knees in a craft shop. I think.
Okay.
I mean,
I think Scott knows a website for that. So I texted Travis.
You want a cookie?
I said,
"Yeah, babe.
Is this the last time we're ever going to see Kershaw?"
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Entirely likely," or something to that effect. And honestly, Scott, I think that's why he left him out there. Because, and again, there were situationals that could have been different, yada, yada, yada. But what surprised me most was that in a 2-run game, it felt like a punt. And considering how they had won the previous 2 games, I was not necessarily in the mindset of Dave just kind of hanging it up in the middle of a game, particularly one at home. That was the strangest part about that to me, was that it felt like in the flow of the game, all of a sudden he just raised the white flag. And that was concerning in the moment, but overall, I think that's why I tweeted this. I said, that's a turning point, because if he's basically saying, we're going to give this up, and we're going to hang our veteran out to dry because, well, maybe it works out situationally in this game, but overall, we've got to regroup for the next one. That's an indication to me that Dave thinks that there's something that needs to be said to the team overall, not just in that particular space in that game.
But I remember last year in the postseason, we argued about pitching changes, and I argued then that Dave plays the long game, not necessarily the short game. And so I'm with you at 3-1. This game is far from over. And in fact, during the broadcast, there was a lot of talk about what Philadelphia was going to do after Aaron Nola came out. And, he went out after just 2 innings, but there was a lot of talk about they may go from, starter to closer, back to starter, looking for a clean inning, et cetera, et cetera. I guess if we look back on it and you were playing desperation and you were saying, hey, I want to keep this game at 3-1 so that we can get our bats up there and we can overcome a 3-1 deficit, which we've already seen so far in this series, you might have gone to Sasaki with a clean inning at the top of the 8th. But to your point, I think Dave may have said, look, I'll give Clayton another shot, and if it doesn't work out, I'm not playing exclusively for tonight. This isn't Game 7. I'll come back and I'll play again tomorrow.
And I think
I'll live for another day.
If you're a Dodgers,
by the way, can I interject here really quick?
Just
an update on the poll that Parker has put up in the Mongrel chat about ghost girlfriend or AI girlfriend.
Well,
it's very close.
That group is probably experts at both, I would presume.
It is a close race in there. AI leading 54% to 46% currently.
Wow.
But that's
What did you
probably,
vote
though. I voted for AI, just so you know. And that's probably because people right now are going to girlfriend.ai and they realize that these girlfriends are tangible. Whereas a ghost girlfriend, you're sort of waiting like, hey, ghost girlfriend, come find me.
You're going to show up?
You know that.
Cappy, do you have
What do you
some
mean
sort
tangible?
of like?
How are they tangible?
Yes. Do you have?
Neither are really tangible, right? That's not the word I would guess I would use.
Do you have some sort of investment in girlfriend.ai?
I don't have an investment in girlfriend.ai.
You just sound like you're really pushing it.
So a friend of mine turned me on to it. And he said, "If you
interesting turn of phrase."
Oh, prior to Clinton, you're saying?
Yes. This friend of mine told me about. Now, by the way, Linz, there's also boyfriend.ai. Just so you know. So there's
They got the redwood on that one.
That's a good question.
Oh.
That I haven't checked that one out. I don't know, but there probably is a Travis Kelce-esque sort of a character. You know what I mean? Like his name is Travis.
Is there a limp chorizo one?
No, I paid $250,000 for that.
I'm going to it right now. Boyfriend.ai.
Scott, what I was going to say, though, is regarding quickly, while you guys pontificate on fake partners as a result of me bringing it up, I trust Dave Roberts with this more than I trust any manager in the bigs. He outmanaged Schultz and the Padres last year with the button pressing with the pitchers. If anybody is going to be trusted in a scenario of, you know what, there's a punt in this game because we've got to get it back down the line, I know my guys and I know my staff, Doc is the guy to do that. So that's why I'm not worried about it. You see what I'm saying?
Do you think they win today?
Well. I don't know the answer to that.
I don't.
I don't either, but I do think they win this series. And I don't know that losing 2 games in a row is even, again, still a panic situation. Remote.
Right,
I think that's kind of what they've gotten good at recently. Yeah. There it is, the panic. But, I trust Doc more than anything.
I think they win today. And I've told George and everybody else.
I hope I'm wrong.
I think Will Smith is the star of the game today. I think Will Smith, the injury late in the season, the way he's been managed to come back, starting to heat up a little bit.
This would come full circle. You would actually acknowledge a Will Smith.
I was going to say, this is true. Also, George, that's a ball knower take right there. That's somebody that's actually been paying attention to what's going on because Will Smith is critical, is critical to this squad on a lot of different levels. And him being back and, contributing is vital.
But George knows that it's very difficult for me.
has also been anti-Will Smith, not that Will Smith, the other Will Smith after the whole Chris Rock incident.
Keep my name out your mouth, Will Smith.
You're still upset about that?
I will never let that go. Never.
He said he's never going to get jiggy with it again.
Ever again.
Really? That affected you that much?
Oh, I am on Team Chris Rock all day, every day.
How did you feel about that coach slapping his player in the chest after he dropped the ball on the goal line?
Jonathan Gannon, that was a terrible look.
I didn't like it, of course. I didn't like it. I've seen the opposite side of people making an argument like, so if that were Jimmy Johnson, and of course we're all kind of still coming off the America's Team documentary. If that's Jimmy Johnson, that kid is cut in the moment.
Yeah.
And people have said, well, look what's going on now. Now the coach is fined because he beats up, theoretically, on a kid who just made a boneheaded play. So now the kid has become the ultimate victim and the coach is the bad guy. So I definitely see that side of it. But I don't like the idea of putting your hands on another person, especially in a professional environment.
Sure.
I don't like that either. So I'm kind of caught in the middle there between like this kid really screwed up big time. And then on the other side, I'm conflicted with this coach really screwed up big time. Where are you on this?
I'm not going to lie. When I saw it in real time, it didn't really affect me. I just thought, that was kind of a big reaction. But like, it felt more like something that I think if that had happened from a teammate, nobody would have batted an eye. Not a soul. Because it was a natural enough reaction. Don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning putting hands on people either. But something about seeing it in real time, I thought, okay, that guy's ticked off. And that's all I thought about it. And so when the next day it was all blown up like, oh, my gosh, the coach puts hands on player, this, that, and third, I was like, wow, I guess I kind of not expected that, but it kind of felt a little bit more normal than just some guy blowing a gasket or Woody Hayes grabbing a face mask of another player kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
And what I would agree. I think that this was like – so I would add to this that, Cappy, you can make the case Jimmy Johnson or Woody Hayes or like Clinton mentioned. I mean, those things were all not good either. But I would also say we also have learned from those experiences, right? Like you're talking about 30, 40, 50 years ago in Woody Hayes' case, right? Like it's not like this is a new thing. You know what I mean? Like, and if you're Jonathan Gannon, you're not this old school Woody Hayes, Jimmy Johnson, or even Bruce Arians, who, by the way, was on McAfee talking about it. He was fined, I believe, as the coach of the Cardinals many years ago in a similar situation. That was even almost a decade ago.
Right.
So, like, this is not that. And here's the thing: if DeMarcado goes at him. How does that? What are we talking about then in that scenario?
The power dynamic is a factor for sure, between coach and player. No doubt.
Because by the way, I'm telling you, like if he would have, if because of the way Gannon reacted, like if DeMarcado would have reacted to that action. Like, I would not have had a huge issue with it, to be honest with you.
Or how about the 2 offensive linemen that were standing there consoling the kid?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
I mean, this all of a sudden, if the player hits the coach or puts hands on the coach, we've got ourselves a Latrell Sprewell situation on our hands.
That's a little different, but I understand what you're saying. I just kind of saw it, and I thought, oof, tempers have flared, and didn't think more than that. But I am glad that we do have
Well, he did apologize.
Yeah, I'm glad we do have this discussion
sincere.
because on other levels of the game, this is where this becomes a problem, is that if people see that, listen, being around youth sports, you know how crazy people get. You know what I'm saying? And so the generalized air of people are putting hands on each other is one that we need to turn down as a heat temperature measure nationally across the board. So that wasn't a good look for them, and the fine made sense.
And I would think, guys, honestly, like I think what will happen to Gannon is I think he'll get fired at the end of the season if he makes it through the season.
Well, there were actual expectations for the Cardinals this year to be a playoff contender.
This is true.
And that's what I'm getting at. So their season's not going to go the way they anticipated. They'll scapegoat the coach for that. They'll use this as a reason. And I don't think he makes it, put it this way. Whether he makes it through the entire season is one thing. I suspect he'll get fired at the end of the season for 2 things. What you did, one, and what the team did not do.
What you didn't do is win. Right. Yeah, exactly.
But I must tell you guys that even with the Rams going on the road to Baltimore, and even though the Chargers are going on the road to Miami, and even with the Raiders this week taking on Tennessee, I'm really just hyper-focused today on 3:08 p.m. to see if the Dodgers can get this thing straightened out. Because you guys both said you don't think it's a desperation situation if you go back to Philadelphia.
I don't.
Because you still feel like it's a winnable game, of course, because you have a hard time thinking that one of these two teams would win 3 straight.
Home teams only win 54% of the time in the postseason. It's not like it's basically a coin flip either way.
It is, but I would tell you this right now. You want to wrap this thing up at home today. You do not want to take the risk of getting on a flight and having to go to Philadelphia and playing in their house in front of their crowd where there's all their energy.
Well, they won the first 2, no problem.
Yeah,
overrated, I think. Yeah.
Well, they're correctly rated about right up until the point that you get to the Dodgers. And that's kind of the thing. And
Would
that's
you say it's properly or properly rated or overrated?
I would say it's properly rated. I'd say the Phillies are properly rated as beneath the Dodgers, but capable of beating them.
No. I'm not saying that they're overrated. I'm saying that the whole notion of having to go on the road is overrated.
Okay.
In baseball.
But it is game 5 of a 5-game series, and you've just lost 2 straight.
Winner,
and you've got
go
the confidence.
Home.
You've got
Backs
the confidence
against the wall.
Right. You got the confidence of having 1, 2 straight there. But then you have the doubt of, but they just came back to our place and won 2 straight.
I think what you're overlooking, Cappy, is the fact that the Phillies have never done this with this outfit, and the Dodgers have. And so the pressure in that scenario is not on the Dodgers in the same way.
It's on the Phillies.
It's on the Phils, for sure.
They got to close out.
Yeah.
Speaking of outfits, Clinton Yates.
Yes.
I must tell you, I'm not as into uniforming as you are.
Okay.
But I love the old school Phillies uniforms last night.
Oh, I loved them.
My boy calls them the Baby Blue and Dr. Peppers, which is exactly what the colors are. Those are fantastic. You cannot go away from those for the rest of the series if you're the Phillies.
We
There's
need
no
that.
way.
Let's do it so we can have it clean for imaging. 3, 2, 1.
My boy calls them the Baby Blue and Dr. Peppers, which is exactly what they are.
Very nice.
You got to stay with those. You see that?
We've been doing a lot of recording.
I mean,
that's
like Mike Schmidt, Pete Rose with the Phillies. Like that's what it looks like.
Yeah, I sent you a spec, Cap. You want to just do it now?
Yeah, just do that now.
Oh, I haven't even.
We don't have to wait for after the show.
Guys, we've been doing a lot of like spec spots on the air.
Okay. And real spots.
And yesterday, Chris even had Las Mil Amores. Clinton, are you familiar with Las Mil Amores?
I'm not familiar with their work, no.
Oh, really?
Well, by the way, half the mongrels would be okay with you not being familiar
That's a
with
joke.
them.
I know exactly who they are, dog. Come on, bro.
He does.
Yeah, get out of here. I live in the world.
Let's play the
Okay.
audio from yesterday. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Do you guys know that on Fridays we call our show Heine Fridays? Did you guys know that? Yes.
No.
Yes, Heine Fridays.
Oh.
Yes.
So that's going to be our segment.
Okay.
We're going to open it.
Oh, you hear this?
I love it.
Morales, you hear this?
So we do Heine Fridays. We also do Torta Thursday.
Oh. Well, who's hating on? I'm a torta. Yesterday I ate
literally, bro, we love this taco.
And then it goes on from there. But they were into it. Heine Friday.
Let me
and
ask,
Torta Thursday.
let me ask
Torta
something.
Thursday.
Was it a situation, Cappy, where did you feel, how do I say this? How did the demographics work for your general confidence? Was it a situation where you felt like you had to become the star of the show to make it seem like you were, comfortable with who they were? Or are you normally just cool around, individuals like that?
Well, when you say individuals like that, they refer to themselves as Heines and Tortas. Am I comfortable around that? Very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. Yes. I
Just
told,
checking, just
I
making
told
sure.
everybody earlier, I thought I was onto something new. Like, I know
Right,
they've
Kevin
got
thought he discovered them. He thought
Right.
it was Yolanda in,
Come on, dude.
Selena.
They're like famous on some level. They are about as famous as you get locally on IG.
I did. Clinton, I swear to God. I was like, oh, guys, I found these girls. They're on Instagram. They're really, really funny. And I think we got to get them in. And so then I started to DM with these girls. And then we moved our conversation into
Slid
WhatsApp.
in the DMs. You couldn't even
he's a
use the
slider.
press inquiry.
He
slid
slides
right
in Mike Trudell's wife's DM.
Slid right into
yeah.
those DMs. And then, Clinton, our relationship progressed beyond DMs on Instagram. We got very personal and we went to WhatsApp. Now, when you have a WhatsApp relationship with somebody,
That's international.
Changes the game.
I only have one WhatsApp
Right.
relationship.
That's international.
That's what that
Exactly.
got.
You got to know what you're doing for
Oh, for
WhatsApp.
sure.
right?
Wait,
yeah.
Cap, I have a question. Do you think that if you were at a Dodgers game with the two of them, who would get asked for pictures more?
Oh, that's
You or
a
them?
great question.
Not even
Oh,
close.
Las Mil Amores, there's no question.
Not even close. Las Mil Amores. They'd be like, "Who's this guy? Is this your agent? Who's the Jewish guy you're hanging out with? You must have brought your agent here, right?"
Would they remember you if they saw you in person?
LA, baby.
50-50?
So, Clinton, yesterday, and the guys could probably pull it up on YouTube, even though you're not seeing it. Yesterday,
I'm riding butt naked in the studio today.
I was wearing a hat.
Just like DeMarco Farr, apparently. By the way, did you
look,
hear
I
he
heard
cooks,
that.
he cooks naked?
How do you
Yeah.
keep
That's
the...
weird.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Well,
very
no,
strange.
that's also dangerous.
Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
You could burn the schwanz.
Or the
Very
bush.
weird. Very weird. Very, very weird.
Yeah.
So,
by the way,
Clinton-
they have a promo running, and that's why I
Burn the
text you this,
schwanz.
Cappy. They have a promo running that DeMarco claimed, and it felt like this was recently. I didn't know there was an original issue here, but he gave you tickets and a parking pass, and then you forwarded it to somebody.
That's right.
And didn't use it yourself.
That's right.
Oh, that's ghetto.
No. Here's what happened.
No, that's not cool, man.
No, it's fine. Here's what happened. DeMarco, a couple years ago, had offered me tickets and a parking pass. He said, "Hey, could you do me a favor?" And I would reciprocate with tickets and a parking pass. And I said, "Oh, you don't have to reciprocate, but I'd gladly do it, no problem." But then when I did need, I said, "Hey, I know it's a little late, but do you possibly have tickets and a parking pass for this game?" He said, "Yes, as a matter of fact,
What game
I do."
was it? Just out of
Oh
curiosity.
gosh, I don't remember, but it was. This is literally 2 years ago at least.
Okay.
Was it a good game?
I don't.
Yeah,
I really,
it had to be a good game. You would not want tickets to any.
All right, so
gonna say.
here, let's do this because I just realized, and that's on me. So let's put that promo in here, George. We'll play the promo, and then we'll play a minute message from our friend Avner Kap, and then we'll be right back in 90 seconds, okay? The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN.
A little bit of a bit killer.
DeMarco and Travis, always so giving, even when others don't deserve it or appreciate it.
I gave Cappy seats and he gave them to someone else.
He hoarded them. And, all right, I'm going to try to give Cappy some grace here.
No, he was doing it.
Did something come up where
No.
he couldn't use them?
Nope. I'm at Mickey Bill.
Did you give him parking?
I was like, okay, I did give him parking.
Yeah.
The
DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. Weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you need an ally who truly understands your needs. Avner Gat is here to help you navigate the complexities of insurance claims. Are you feeling abandoned because your home is unlivable and your insurance company isn't cooperating? Or perhaps you're being pressured to use a contractor with poor reviews. You've been loyal to your insurance company for over 20 years, yet now they treat you like an outsider. Avner Gat knows how to turn the tables. We protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for, and we cover all of Southern California, ensuring your voice is heard and your home is restored. Visit AvnerGat.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner and his family personally take your calls with 5-star ratings from Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Don't let your insurance company dictate your future. Avner Gat is here to help. Visit AvnerGat.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner Gat, your claim, our game.
It's kind of Friday and the Sedano and Kap
Morning show.
Morning show.
No, actually, that's better like that.
Show or without morning?
No, morning show would be great.
That was yesterday, our live production session.
By the way, another example of our phones are listening to us. I just got a message from WhatsApp. News, schedule your next call. Easily to get the whole group together with a scheduled call. Set the invite, see who RSVPs, and get ready to chat all in a few taps.
Tap it.
Tap that thing.
All right, so DeMarco gave you the tickets. You heard there in the promo,
Yes.
and you forwarded them to somebody.
Who did you forward them to?
You guys have met my buddy David Lasher. I'll out him in all of this too.
Wow.
Oh,
You guys-
he was the
Ted from Hey
the
Dude.
actor.
Yeah,
Hey
the
Dude,
actor
yeah.
from Hey Dude.
Yes.
Yeah. So he called me and he goes, I know it's kind of late notice. He goes, is there any way you happen to have a couple of tickets to this Rams game? And I'm like, I don't. I'm like, but let me see, because a buddy of mine is always offering them to me. So then I said to DeMarco, hey, do you possibly have 2 tickets for this game? As a matter of fact, I do. He goes, I'll forward them to you right now, which he did. And then I gave them to David. Now, this was all, nobody knew about it.
Not 100, but Lasher. Yes.
Right. Nobody knew about it. And then I outed myself, as I have a tendency to often do.
Yeah.
I actually outed myself on all of this.
I don't remember this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This happened a couple years ago.
Oh.
No shame whatsoever.
But it's like a recent promo that's running now, so that's why.
I don't know how it came up on the air, but it is
Clearly,
100%
DeMarco
true.
Doesn't forget some things.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell DeMarco?
Does he forget other things?
I didn't mean it like that.
I mean, Lindsay, we're doing CTE jokes here.
Get your minds out the gutter.
Just for the record, I didn't do that for once.
Get your mind out the gutter.
Out the gutter. We're talking about ghosts and
Whatever.
things.
Do you,
Bit in the gutter.
Cappy, why didn't you tell him
Talking
that you
about wood.
Do that one more time, clean. 3, 2, 1. Anyway, did you not tell him that you were giving him to somebody?
No.
Oh.
No.
See, that's kind of a scumbag move.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell him?
Well, I mean, I was asking him if I could get the tickets. He said, yes, you can.
But they're not tickets he's given. Like, those aren't his personal tickets. He gets those as being a Rams employee. So
Right,
I would
so
just
they
tell
are
him,
his tickets.
So I would I would say to him, hey, heads up, I'm giving them, because there could be some weird thing where maybe he wants to come and say hello, and all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, I gave these to Cappy.
Right.
This isn't Cappy.
Yeah. Or it's the guy's an a-hole, and then next thing you know, somebody's got to answer for what they're doing there. Oh, well, I got DeMarco seats. That's a tough deal.
Good point by you, Clinton, because you got to be careful who you give those tickets to.
Big time.
Because they are not mine. They are DeMarco's. And in this particular case, I said, you know what, man, I trust you. You're a good guy. And you're taking your son to the game. No problem. Yeah,
would you re-gift tickets to, say, a Ron the Caddy?
Now, why do you put me in this position? you know the big CY that I recently had a dream about Ron the Caddy telling me he's coming over to my house, and I was like, no, I'll meet you down the street at a bar, so this way I knew I could leave. And he's like, no, I'm coming over, bro. I'm coming over right now. And I'm like, no, you can't come over, because if you come over, I can't get rid of you.
I think you've answered the ghost versus AI question with that exact last interlude.
Yeah, I think
Ron the Caddy shows up in your dreams as a ghost. It's going down.
That's my man.
And he's recreating one of those videos he always shows us.
Time to go.
Oh,
See you
God.
later.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine? You walk into a room and that's happening in your house?
I think his AI chatbot could imagine too. Goodbye.
No, Cappy would just pull up a chair and watch. Like,
Well,
you go, boy.
No, Ron the Caddy would be like, can you shoot the video? Do I have to shoot the video? You shoot the video.
Dealer's choice in just a moment, but let me tell you this. It's the Pure Play Sweepstakes. Enter for your chance to win a next-gen reverse osmosis water system, bringing pure, clean water straight to your home. Plus an ESPN LA prize pack that includes a pair of sports tickets and ESPN LA swag. Enter now at pureplaysweepstakes.com. Must be 18 or older and a homeowner to enter. Clean water, clutch prizes. Head to pureplaysweepstakes.com today. It is now time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal, brought to you by Sellers Advantage. Want to sell your house? Before you call an agent, call Sellers Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390 as is for a no obligation offer, or visit sellersadvantage.com. DRE 0196-1658. Cappy.
Today's real deal. George, I'm going to come over to you for this one.
Okay.
So here's my afternoon. 3:08 Dodger game.
Yeah.
Then I get into the 5 o'clock hour, and I've got the Giants and the Eagles.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Giants and Eagles is going to be a very good game.
It's going to be pretty terrible, actually.
So I want to support my guy.
Yeah.
And I want you to just give me 30 seconds, sell me on why I should be watching the Kennesaw State La Tech game tonight rather than the Giants-Eagles game.
Well, I'll just give you a quick idea of what we're going to do in the Open. So Louisiana Tech and Kennesaw State are a group of 6 teams now. They're a group of 6 is what it's called. It used to be a group of 5. But anyway, long story short, they have played really well against Power 4 teams, which is teams from the Big Ten, the ACC, SEC, and Big 12. Louisiana Tech is one of the best defenses in the country. They held LSU to only 23 points and were in a real game at Baton Rouge against them in an in-state kind of rivalry game. And Kennesaw State almost beat Wake Forest on the road week 1. So, these teams are competitive against Power 4 teams, so they should be near the top, if not the best teams in that group of 6. One of them could be a playoff contender. Whoever wins this matchup could end up being one of the teams that has a clearer shot to potentially getting that group of 6 representation in the college football playoff.
All of a sudden, it becomes a great sports night. You got the Dodgers and the Phillies at 3 o'clock. You got George calling the game between Kennesaw State and Louisiana Tech at 4 o'clock.
And that game's on ESPNU, right, Sedano?
Right.
ESPNU at 4. Yes.
Beautiful.
Right. Then, I do believe tonight as well, you'd have to check me on this one for sure. I think East Carolina is playing Tulane tonight on ESPN. So I got baseball, I got college football, I got NFL football.
Well, it's October, man. That's the way it works in
right.
October.
All of a sudden, I got a
everywhere.
great night of sports ahead of me, and it all starts at 3 o'clock this afternoon. There you go. Now everybody knows on the same page.
It's a Rocktober.
What a day today. God, I hope that the Dodgers come back and stick it to you, Morales.
I hope so, too.
I hope so, too. I mean, I picked the Phillies to win because I still think the Dodgers can win in 5, but it would be better just to stick it to Morales at this point.
Stick it to me hard. On a
Jabba the Tortón.
On a Torta Thursday, huh?
Torta Thursday.
And thank you to the great Troy Santiago, the Spanish voice of your Los Angeles Rams. Hopefully he's going to join us tomorrow if he has time. But what a great job last night doing production for us, cutting those VOs. He's amazing. He's so much better than Pepe Montilla.
Oh, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Why you got to pit them brothers against each other?
Because it's fun.
During Hispanic Heritage Month, too.
Of all months. Come on.
I'm Hispanic.
Until the 15th.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
God.
No,
You're not really.
Yes,
not.
I don't
You're as
understand that.
Hispanic as Bergman is Jewish. Give me a break.
Yeah, not much. Not much.
I think I'm more Hispanic than Bergman is Jewish, frankly.
No, I think you're
I
more
don't think
Jewish
so.
than Bergman is Hispanic.
I
agree
very
with
Jewish.
that.
I'm very
I agree with
Jewish.
that.
I have a lot of Jewish friends. I've blown the shofar many times.
He is more Hispanic. The helicopter was roaming around his pad the other day.
Oh, me?
damn.
Yeah. You say the other day. That was like 2 years ago.
Well, yeah, that was another day.
It was. They were out there.
All right, good luck, man. Bye-bye.
All right. See you guys.
Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for a Heine Friday. Going to be a big day. Oh, no, not that. This one. Let's hit this one.
A hot Chicana from the barrio keeping it real.
And we'll see if Mike Trudell joins us. Heine Friday tomorrow, 7 a.m. right here on ESPN LA. Have a beautiful Thursday, everybody. We love you. And we hate you, Kershaw. Scumbag.